And raid rocks in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, sure. Yeah, boot up Dark Souls 3 and come at me. There we go.
It's so that it's actually from the correct sides. Originally, this is actually the way he had it, and then he switched it.
Nope.
Isn't it?
No, because then everything would be backward. You wouldn't be able to, you know, read my shirt or... Please flip the camera back. It's too weird seeing in this direction. Well, I did it so that people who have headphones on or whatever have the correct, like... have me coming out of this side and her that side. You know what I mean? So it's either going to be visually jarring or auditorially jarring.
So I guess the real question is, who do you want to keep happier? Wyra or Relinquished?
Well, the last time I switched the video by popular request, so I imagine it's only Relinquished that wants it flipped back, because he's,
I know, right? How do I'm happy it's not me who has to choose between you two. You could fight to the death, and then whichever one's left alive, that's the one we'll go with.
So you should be able to load your game whenever you want. You're, oh, never mind, right, because of this. Right, so why don't I,
Lady lives with moose and hunts chickens. You gotta watch for that.
Oh, it didn't work. I was trying to extra troll Relinquished.
Oh. Okay. Why?
There we go. Is that better, Relinquished? Now everything matches. You're coming out my right speakers, but you're on the left side in the video. Really? What about everyone else? Is anyone else hearing it that same way? There we go. Now you should be able to interact with the game.
Oh, thank you.
I forgot this is one of those games where it insists that it's the active window at all times, which is kind of annoying. Your video left and sound left for me? Yeah, I think you might have mixed up your audio, Relinquished.
I forgot how to sprint and how to jump and everything.
Yeah, it has been a little bit. So the button on the right, the red one, the B button. Is there any way that like if you're more used to PlayStation, if I were to say the circle button, does that help, or is there?
No, there's no way to make this.
No configuration. Okay, so the B button is your dodge, and yeah, so X uses your items. You probably want to switch that to your healing. Yeah, so the left, these are the bumpers, and then these are the ones behind are the triggers.
Okay.
So your left bumper is your block button.
Okay.
You can hold that down to block. And then your right bumper is your main attack. And then your right trigger is your heavier attack, which leaves you exposed and does a little extra damage, usually.
Okay.
If you click the right thumbstick in, like click it right in, then you'll aim at the enemies and not do that.
Right thumbstick. Which direction's right again? This one. Okay.
Yeah, your aiming thumbstick. If you click that in when there's an enemy on screen, then it'll lock onto that enemy.
Well, unless it doesn't. There's an enemy.
Yeah, unless they're like far away and around a corner and shit. You know, I'm colorblind, and color-coded 5.1 surround wires are not my strong point in connecting. Color-coded, yeah, that's what you're looking for. I mean, they are coated in color as well. It happens to be that wires are precisely... They just have, like, added color layered on top.
Go away. Adam's blocked.
And you clicked again and locked off.
If I remember correctly, I want to run in there pretty quick because there's people throwing things at me.
Yeah, there's people throwing bombs, and once you're in that next room, it's a little challenging because there's a bunch of enemies.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Alright. I forgot how to run.
It's the B button. The red one on the right.
Yeah,
if you hold it,
then
then you run.
That's,
And if you tap it, you
and
dodge.
if okay, well, about to die. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Well,
that
but
room
I think
alone
at
is really
this
challenging.
time, well, I haven't died there yet, but at this time I still had a bunch of souls back at the boss, and now I've lost those for good, right?
Nope.
Isn't that how that works?
No, they were already gone from having died 2 times.
But, okay, that doesn't actually make sense to me. So anytime I die, period, I lose all the souls now?
Yeah, so if you die somewhere,
Yeah.
then if you die again before you go back and recover those souls, then they're gone forever.
Okay, so I don't remember dying a second time. I remember you dying.
Yeah.
But then, since then, I died again at the boss.
Yeah, so
and I haven't died
all the
again
souls went away.
before that boss. So I'm saying all the souls that I would have gained from... Well, you died,
Yes.
okay? And you regained a bunch of souls for me. Like you went and farmed a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I went and I did things. And I got a whole bunch of souls that way, right?
No, I think we spent them on levels, so you didn't really have anything banked.
When did I didn't level, though. Because I said I should have if I'd known I could have.
I don't know. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. I would just say,
what you're saying
playing
is incorrect.
Okay.
You're trying
That's
to make
even weirder to me
like...
since I've got a month and a half with it reversed. Why must I be colorblind? Do you know that you have the front and back ones done correctly? If it's 5.1, then you've got like... You've got 5 different speakers, right? Plus the subwoofer.
Oh, shit! There he is. Jerk. I forget which button it is for Estes anyway. Is it X?
Yep.
Here's my souls to retrieve. And hold the... Oh, I have to hit a button to retrieve them. I forgot about that. Ah, what button do I hit?
The A button. It's all good. Again, it's barely any souls. I wouldn't worry too much about the souls. They're kind of secondary.
How do I get them? There we go. Well, I should be in the habit of getting them back. Couldn't I?
Yeah, as a general rule, but it's, you know, not,
Oh
it's
my
not a lot
God.
of souls. Yeah, that dude really comes at you. So the little room to the right, you've already explored.
Yeah.
You got the chest that was in there.
Yeah. Remember, do I just run past all this and go up?
Yeah, they can't. Their bombs can't hit you in this area.
In this area, but once I go outside, they can, correct?
No. I mean, like in the next area, they can't hit you. They're just dropping bombs like at the floor beneath their feet. They're on a platform above you. It's supposed to be 21 tomorrow and sunny. It'll be a beautiful day. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, that sounds great. Are you guys allowed outside right now, or are you guys like on full lockdown? Because we're still allowed to go out and walk and stuff. We're just not allowed to talk to other people.
Well, you're just not allowed gathering with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Or yeah, I mean, you should be able to just walk a bunch if you like. Go on a bike ride.
You say that, but like a lot of places in Europe, they're not allowed out.
Well, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because people were... A lot of people died in Italy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I guess the U.S. has beat their death total now, but the U.S. also has like a larger...
Well, it's just a shame that they can't really just say, like, here are the rules in order to be totally safe, right? You can go out just fine, you can walk around, you can do this and that, like... Because it's like if they give you the exact number of inches to keep you safe, and then you take an extra mile beyond that, then it's like, okay, well now everyone's fucking infected, thanks. So... It just sucks that people can't just be like, you know, take those guidelines, those like steps, and be like, oh, then I'll do those things.
I think
and
part
no
of the
more.
problem too is that some of those guidelines have been proven to be not as good, shall we say.
Well, like going out for walks, staying like mentally healthy. I
Yeah,
think
no,
is
that's very
super
important. I agree. It's just that thing where they talk about like, what is it? They're saying a meter away or something like that. A meter, 2 meters away. Just 2 meters. You're supposed to be.
Yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah, but well, 6 feet's less than 2 meters. But the problem there is that some studies have already shown that that's not enough. Like if someone's coughing, 6 feet, 2 meters is not enough. So
yeah, so you update that info. You let people know. Oh, actually, stay a little further away. Instead of being like, nope, no one can go anywhere, regardless of how, you know, depressing it is. It's just kind of crazy. Projectile spit drops?
yeah, she's talking about the reason why people can't go places because
Oh,
of the people
yeah.
who are
Well, that's, yeah.
the infected. Do you want me to
No,
take a
no,
little
it's all
break?
good.
I can hang out here. I don't think anything can see me here.
Nothing can.
Yeah,
Sure, if you
do
like.
your thing.
We'll pop over for some Stream Raiders.
Did anyone vote on what you're drinking, or am I allowed to drink whatever the hell I want?
Yeah, go for it, Pip. You may have whatever you like. Of course. Nice, even Pearl's throwing down on it. I forgot that you you've got some Stream Raiders.
Don't tell me what to do.
Units.
Okay. Link, what the hell? Like, what is this?
We're gonna do 2 gold chests, I think. So we'll do a silver gold. So we'll do this one next. This is another one that's quite easy, so I'm just gonna drop my musketeer here to destroy these vials. Actually, you know what? I can probably do that.
Oh,
And,
very.
yeah.
The baby woke up a lot last night. Did Rox tell you guys? She was roots last night.
Yeah, last night was a rough one.
I love my baby, but damn, my baby was being a little jerk. I want to trigger one of these guys, not the other. Come at me, bro.
I was getting groceries and scotch earlier, and I saw fucking toilet paper on the shelf for the first time in almost 2 months. That's so crazy.
Yeah, luckily we haven't
Such a
been that
weird
out.
thing to hoard. Yeah, we've been fine here. People
Yeah, we were out once or twice.
yeah, when the thing first happened, people bought all the toilet paper that was on the shelf. So, you know, it had to be replenished, but
Well,
it's just kind of crazy because it's totally unnecessary.
Well,
There's
no,
nothing
it
to do
is.
with
It
anything.
makes more sense in the U.S. because they get their toilet paper from China. We get our toilet paper from, you know, New Westminster.
I guess it still doesn't really make that much sense.
I guess.
People just have to still buy the same amount of toilet paper they ever did. The supply and demand on a product like toilet paper does not change. There's no reason for demand to have increased. Hey, Skio.
Skio.
How goes? Party rocks in the house tonight. Hey, Girindol, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
We're doing a little, good. Enjoyed 76 Wastelanders so far. Oh yeah, there's a there's like an expansion or something out for Fallout 76.
Yeah, I'm wondering why this guy is this guy stuck on terrain or something?
No, he just sucks. He just does that. That's his MO.
Oh, I got him. So.
Yeah, good timing. How is Dark Souls? That's a good question.
It's pretty dark, bit soulsy.
It's a lot easier as a spectator.
Oh, is that
Just
how it works?
just doing a bunch of backseat gaming. It's perfect.
Oh, there's someone. Kill. Murder. I should probably chug some Estus.
That's an idea.
You know what you could do? That'd be extremely useful. You could get me a glass of goddamn Cab Franc.
Yeah, I could do that if you like. We could definitely have some vino.
Unless you don't want Cab Franc. Is there something you prefer?
No, that sounds nice actually. Let's do that. I'll just.
Hello, Garandol.
I have such a small desk. It's not
I'm extremely
well
demanding.
optimized.
What is he doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, very demanding. Raid all. How was your stream? You were rocking some GTA 5, playing the multiplayer, I imagine. Is it on one of these shelves?
It should be on the shelf, or there should be some right next to the shoe rack. The middle, it's orange cap. It's from Sandhill.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa Vineyard, or which one is it from?
I'm gonna grab a
There's
couple
Milkman.
of wine glasses.
Milkman.
I shall be back
This
in a
is the way I
moment.
went before. I feel like I don't remember going through this before. I found a new boss.
This is where you went. Chilling with Crispy and Bat Josh. Oh, good stuff.
What are you looking for? It's a twist off.
Set of headphones?
Oh, I see. Thought you were looking for a bottle opener for some reason, and I was thinking, well, firstly, we don't keep them there, and secondly, it's a twist off. Okay. You now face the boss. For the first of many times.
This stream.
Hey,
Well, just saying.
that's right, I can just right away. Eh. Do I need to aggro him first, or will he just start coming for me? I forgot. Oh, there's someone up here. Let's kill this person first. The way they're still moving is creepy. I don't know, Minotaur thing.
Yeah, the way the enemy's ragdoll is really silly. What boss is it? The first major boss. You haven't...
Okay, I don't think I've aggroed it yet.
You haven't played, No, not yet. But it's good to go up there and kill the archers to make the fight a lot easier.
Alright, so I'm going to climb down, and there's a way to, like, hold a button and slide down.
Yeah, you can just hold the B button.
Sweet.
Yeah, it makes it a lot quicker to descend.
Feel like that's gonna be useful. Alright, we're gonna go aggro him, then we're gonna run back up there. Where are you? How's he not aggroed yet? Ah!
You'll know. That looks about right.
Ah! Ah! Fuck my life. Ah! Okay, chug Estes. Chug Estes. And we're gonna drop down on him from above. Oh, I missed it.
That's true.
I'm probably gonna come back down on him.
You might do.
Yeah, he's gonna come back down. Let's hope he does.
I just
There
don't
it
know if he comes down on you.
Ah. Now it's gonna do a bunch of damage, and then, oh my god, I hate how this changes the camera angle on me. Okay, whatever, I died, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I didn't do a single bit of damage to him. I still don't have wine.
That's true. Which one is the right? This one's for your right ear.
Alright.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Now I can't hear my baby. This seems like a great idea. I don't know, honey. Not being able to hear the baby seems like a bad idea.
I sit in this seat a lot. Even with both earbuds in, I can hear the baby. Our baby is not subtle when she wants an adult. You've only played 3, really? Never mind, I know this boss. Everyone knows this boss. Oh, fuck.
One hand, sweetie?
cap was very, very tight.
Coming from me or not? Just hanging out there, okay.
Thank you, Mark, for being quick on the sound effects.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me!
Pretty close.
Ah! Alright, let's chug some Estus and pretend that didn't happen.
It's tough to get in the habit of, but getting into the habit of locking onto enemies when you first see them, like even from a distance.
I just panic because there's 3 of them. I'm like,
yeah,
swing everything!
No, absolutely. It's very, very easy to panic. Currently stuck on Pontiff in Dark Souls 3. I'm trying to remember which one Pontiff is. Is that the one that summons players to help? Like a cheating bastard. Currently stuck on Pontiff in Dark Souls 3. Dual sword priest dude. That doesn't narrow anything down for me at all. It's like...
Sounds like a Souls game.
Yeah, swords and religious imagery in a Dark Souls game? I don't know, dude. Sounds pretty far-fetched. You can move the thumbstick to the right a little bit to see if they're coming. There you go.
Oh! Oh! Shit.
That could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
You got them down to just one dude with half health. You went up there with full health anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He has dogs. Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about now. Is there more than one boss that has dogs in that? I don't think so. Is that the one where you have to beat him to unlock the sort of PvP arena or whatever it is? Just tanking those hits.
Yeah. How else does one do this?
Well, I mean, you got that big old shield on your arm.
I don't understand.
I guess it's just decorative.
It is a decorative shield. What do you do with the shield? Look at that. It's clearly pretty. See, I tried blocking. It did nothing.
Well, it does do something when they attack.
Hmm.
The area with the glowing lizard dudes.
Likely story.
Suddenly it doesn't ring a bell again. Glowing lizard dudes. Ah, Sen's Fortress. I know where you're talking about now.
Oh my god, I'm not facing the right way. How do I... I think the problem is I press in too often, like I go from
Place everyone
locking
does
on to
PvP
not
yet?
locking on. Does that
I don't
make
know.
sense?
I don't do PvP in any Souls game, but I think there's like an actual PvP like arena, a place where you like interact with a thing and it's got like established PvP systems involved. And there's like dogs and a boss that you fight to unlock that area. There's like a ring of stones. I don't know. Dark Souls 3 is there's a lot of stuff that I don't remember, like whether it's like main game or DLC or what, because I've really just played through it the once. The first Dark Souls I've played through a few times now, so I know it really well. And because it was my first Souls game, it took me forever to beat, so I saw each area over and over and over. go.
But he has the high ground. That means he's gonna win, right? Oh shit. He lobs shit.
Yep,
Not the
that's
thing
the
I was
one who lobs
expecting.
stuff. Yeah, of these 3 guys, there's one who lobs things, and then there's 2 that come at you.
Why does the one that lobs things be the one that gets close to me? What a dick.
Because he's trying to sneak up and throw bombs on you.
Mm.
He's a sneaky little bastard. And the guys up there you can basically just ignore. They don't, like, chase you or anything. Just so you know. If you wanted to save time on your retries between boss attempts. That guy will shoot your ass, though. So it is good to take him out. One thing that I found kind of helped me when I played was I would just praise the sun. Can we get a praise the sun up in here? An exclamation mark sunbro, exclamation mark gaze, or
There, I got the right angle. There you go. See? Sunshine.
If only I could be so
Thank you,
grossly
Mark.
incandescent.
there it is.
Why isn't Dark Souls, like, have a dating sim yet where we can just, like, take Sunbro out on dates? Because that sounds like a game that,
I'd be willing to bet that's on Newgrounds.
I'd play that game. Hey, Wire, would you play that game with me?
Dating sims are the best. Even before you had a chance to ask.
I know, right?
Wire's on board.
What do you think, Wire? Can we do a competitive one where both of us have to fight to date Sunbro and see which one of us is better at dating Sunbro?
Honestly, the fact that Persona 5 is like, not only are all the mechanics really good, but it's also got like a dating sim involved. It's got like adult humor. It has like amazing music. Like, I'm really enjoying every element of Persona 5. They do the dating sim elements really well. Again, yes, I would.
Because she's normal.
Pontiff's located in Irithyll of the Boreal Valley.
Oh, is this the guy who won't go up the bloody stairs?
Oh, okay. Oh, the one who's in a church with a bunch of pews all aimed at the, well, at the front of it. The person who isn't aggro by default. Like at the other side of the courtyard from
There he is.
the giant Boreal Valley creature that fucking gallops at you. I don't know. I'm trying to nail it down, Pearl, but I just haven't played enough of it. Oh, in the church. Okay. Cool. So that's the name of that NPC that you can choose to attack? That enemy has dogs? I don't know if I knew that. Be wary of tough enemy. I love how all the messages in this game are really vague. Be wary of amazing trap. That's funny. Yeah, the first time you came there when the dude rolled a flaming barrel down.
I recall this.
That's the dancer? Oh, okay. Oh shit, we've hit 0 kilobytes.
What does that mean?
That means that we're not streaming, basically.
Ah.
The internet seems to be dropped.
Ah.
Oh, okay. And the internet is back.
Try humanity.
Oh, that's so annoying. It's so annoying that we drop, like, at all, because we,
Pay as much as we do. You should probably.
yeah,
get all
like,
of
I
them.
pay extra for fucking, for, like, a really strong internet connection, and yet we're constantly dropping to, like, 0 fucking KB per second. Almost every stream, we, like, OBS drops into the red for at least a little while. Yeah, you're nailing it.
might get
optimized
good at it.
movement. You'll be speed running in no time.
Not my thing. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
You'll know it when you see him.
I know, but I want to be able to run back as quick as possible.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Not yet. Oh, there he is. So I do that, I turn forward. I'm not good at running.
That's all good.
Not funny.
No, what was funny is when you were turning the camera around, like
I know, I
trying to
was
get out of there
turning as well.
swiftly. Yeah, you turned your body.
I know, that's what I keep doing. That's why I want to start being able to run as fast as possible. That's why I can just...
Don't forget to press the attack button as soon as you drop off.
I did. Just the big attack. Big attack's not the one to attack with?
No, I think only the shoulder button works.
Guarding. I'm not guarding apparently. Okay.
Well, blocking this guy,
Okay, so this
Is a
is
little-
blocking. Good to know.
it works, but not great. He really does hit very hard.
How do I roll again?
The B button, the one that runs as well. It's all good. I mean, it's gonna take a few tries. He's not a pushover. If you want a little bit of strategy, like tip, when you do the dropping attack, whether you hit him or not, you can just try and like kite him away, like run away, make him chase you, and then you have to try and get around him while he's attacking and run back to the ladder again. But if you try climbing the ladder when he's
No.
near you, he'll fuck you up. I sent the sound I wanted from my shout out by Discord whenever
Well,
you
I'm
got free
really
time.
bad
Sounds
at
good.
like climbing, and I don't have a lot of speed with this character, so I don't know how easy that's gonna end up being. I know you're trying to make it sound like it's pretty easy, sweetie, but I feel like
No, I'm just letting you know that the basic strategy, so you can aim to.
Fucking God.
do that.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna die here, so
Oh, you're fine, sweetie.
sorry. I'm trying to listen to you, and I'm forgetting to do things, and
It's all good. You're
maybe-
doing well.
Well, if you could give me strategy when I'm not fighting, that'd be very. I think that'd be more
Okay.
helpful. If you don't mind. I'm sorry. It's very frustrating. Oh, wrong person, but that's fine. Don't care. As long as it's attached to someone, I don't care. Does it just completely unattach from people?
Once you click the thumbstick in to lock onto someone, if you move the thumbstick left or right, it'll toggle between targets.
Yeah, but I was
So I
doing
think
that
that's what
already.
happened. Yeah.
No, and then I clicked it again, and it was neither of them selected. It's like I don't care which one's selected as long as one of them's
Yeah,
selected.
if you click it again, then it unlocks completely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you just want to click it once, and then you're good. Your Gigglet's almost as memed as Rick Astley. This game's super frustrating. That's why I haven't played it. Yeah, it can be. You do just kind of have to, like,
Get
sit
good.
back and accept your fate for quite a while.
And I'm
pretty
bad
rough.
at that. I'm very impatient, and I like to be good at things. And if I'm not good at things, I just get mad at them until they get good.
I just saw your message, Lyra. Very good choice. Don't worry, I'll keep it a surprise. I wish it was possible for me to upload from my phone.
What the heck? Oh, they're attacking from above? I thought you said they don't attack me. Honey, you told me they couldn't reach me.
Yeah, like once you advance, they don't chase you or anything. They don't.
Okay,
don't
well
follow
they
you.
were just attacking me from above, so.
Yeah,
in
there's
this
like kind of
area.
a narrow window where they're able to get a bomb between pieces of terrain and hit that like
Well, it looks
courtyard.
like,
But
well, no, they're pretty consistently hitting it, sweetie.
yeah, in that spot.
But no,
That's
where
the
I
little
was
alley.
over there. Guy came up on the roof.
Okay.
Okay, I'm saying you told me one thing, and something scary happened that wasn't that thing.
That's Dark Souls.
Don't
Just
tell me
when you think
lies.
you know the AI, they'll
See where he is? He came all the way up there.
yeah.
You told me.
They don't usually do
Lied.
that.
Oh my god. My husband's lying to me.
Yeah, I'm on it, Lyra. I can't edit sound files or like upload them to the software that I need to from my phone. Otherwise, I'd do it on the fly, like while Sonnet's playing. But checked out the search. Not great. That's a shame. Have you played some of the other free games, Mark? Out of curiosity? Because there's... I find like 1 or 2 free games every other day or so. And I haven't had a chance to check out any of them, but I'm always curious as to which ones are good. Right now there's some very highly rated hentai games on Steam that are like 75% off as part of their week-long deal. I think Sakura Dungeon is one of the highest rated.
I had my bloody shield up. Why is it suddenly not up?
Oh, your stamina.
Okay.
The green bar. So every time it hits you, it depletes some of that green bar. And every time you attack, it depletes some of your green bar. So yeah, stamina micromanagement is a challenge. It's like an extra layer to think about. And I haven't since Hob.
Typically, I think the hentai does the plugging just on the DL there for you, where.
This is when your stream is degraded into. Hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with hentai games. Anime titties did nothing wrong.
Incidentally, I don't think Rox has ever played a hentai game.
Yeah, back when I was like, I don't know, 14 or something. I played a dating sim that had some nudity if you played your cards right.
Here he is. I don't know how to get rid of that thing off the screen. There you go. Okay.
Exactly. Mark knows what's up.
Why am I snickering? What happened?
Hey, when you're a teenager, you take the titties where you can. Animated, non-animated. Alright, so we've got 2 new sound effects to implement. You guys are keeping me on my toes. You even have 1 humanity right now.
Okay. That means I don't want to die?
Well, just, it's not super useful necessarily for you when you only have 1, but at the top left there's the little 1, the number 1.
Oh, yeah. You
So,
have number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. You also, so what that means is you've gained 1 humanity, which you gain just from like killing enemies in a given area. When you kill enough of them, you'll gain humanity. There's also an item you can use that gives you some humanity. And what that does is lets you restore your humanity and not be a beef jerky looking person.
What's wrong with beef jerky?
Well, it's not a good texture for people. When Sollex decides on one, would I be able to redeem for him if he doesn't have enough rocks? Yeah, you can. you can pick up a sound effect for other people as long as he consents. You can have a sound effect that triggers when you enter stream, or one that only you can trigger and you can troll at will.
Oh my god, if you had one that you didn't know about and didn't consent to, I can just imagine all kinds of things you could do to him. I mean, Barbie Girl, fine, but there's way worse you can do than Barbie Girl. Like, Barbie Girl, I mean, that's a meme in itself.
Like
People
I say,
kind of like it.
He's
there's
gotta,
worse.
He's gotta consent to it.
So if I were jumping off right now to attack,
yep.
I would go like this and then attack, yeah?
Yep.
Hit the attack button.
Well,
I said I would.
that one. The bumper.
Not this.
Yeah. So this should basically be almost exclusive your
I keep
attack
using
button.
these because these are both attack buttons apparently.
No, this one blocks kind of, but so what that is that's a parry. If an enemy is attacking you, you have an incredibly small window where if you press that button, you'll knock their attack aside. But it's a very small window. So you want to be mostly using the bumpers, the top ones.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I've been using the wrong attack, everyone.
Yeah, so that'll be your main go-to attack because it's just faster and you can get back to blocking. It uses less stamina, and I would recommend using it as your main attack.
Ah! God, I need to get better at turning around.
You're doing fine. You're not gonna get hit by him here.
Famous last words.
It's all good. That's fine. I know this demon pretty well. So drop off, then use your plunging attack. Boom!
Okay, now I run forward.
Nailed him.
I'm still on him.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. There's a big crazy animation when you hit him.
Okay,
Your
now I
camera was in
roll,
kind of a wacky
I roll,
area, but
I roll.
Yeah.
I'm hitting roll.
yeah. Once you get up, you'll roll. You're on it.
Oh God,
Unfortunately,
I
you've
roll
got
so
the
slow.
fat roll. Yeah. So you're.
Shit, he can turn around that quickly?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
okay.
If you're not running your.
Okay, well,
You're gonna have a bit of a rough time against him. There you go.
but I only have so much stamina.
Yep. Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
that enough kiting? Can I turn around now? I'm gonna
Yep.
die.
There you go. You're doing well. You're killing it, sweetie.
I'm dying.
Yeah, yeah, but dying and dead are two different things.
I died.
Now you're dead. But earlier you were just dying. That's totally different. That's fine. You can do a lot of dying. Oh, I should have given you my heart rate monitor. It would have been perfect. People could have said, oh. Why? There's no downside. Just let's see people see how panicked you get. It's perfect. That's why I picked one. I literally went out and bought a heart rate monitor because I was like, oh my god, these horror games are fucking me right up. I haven't been getting enough use of it. I haven't played a horror game in a while. It was way more expensive than I expected to get a heart rate monitor too. Because the software mostly just works with...
Do you want me to stand aside for a second and let
it's
you
totally
do
up to
your
you,
swing cap?
if
Okay.
you like.
I can do that. Sure. Let's just go up a little
safe there.
corner
You're
here.
fine.
Well, I
You're
just
fine.
want to make sure I wasn't triggered. I triggered someone.
Yeah, you know, all of a sudden, you can't do anything.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna, there we go. All right, Stream Raiders Battle. I know a game that may be good for horror. We'll throw it in the suggestion box. I'm all for it. If it's not already on my backlog or my list of beaten games. Hey, and Pearl got a healer, little healer scroll. So we're gonna do this silver chest battle. Oh fuck, these turrets have to go. Let's take those down before anything. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna berserker my way through them. Yeah. What is the game? I mean, feel free to like mention it. You don't necessarily have to look through my whole backlog for it. And I do appreciate that you're like that sort of diligent. 'Cause that's the kind of thing I do. I like to you know, double check things, cross my T's, dot my I's. Control
Using
F.
the
Just
strong-
assuming I can spell.
I keep using the strong attack.
Among the Sleep I've never even heard of. Oh, see how fast that is?
See, I almost fell off the edge. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll happen. Falling
Yeah, I
off.
know. I watched you do it.
fucking- Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, do it up. Yeah, throw a link. What, it's a horror game, I guess? Yeah. Punk-ass motherfucker trying to heal. Not on your watch. Yeah, link it up.
So our daughter has decided, partially, this whatever, she likes this one song, and I keep getting it stuck in my head, so I keep playing it for her, and it's stuck in my head again.
Yeah, that happens when you hear a song over and over.
I don't know.
I'm realizing now that we're further back. You'll be able to see her.
Want to see my big
probably-
anime titties.
Absolutely. Gotta get them clicks. I lowered my seat. Although this new chair, the difference between as high as it goes and as low as it goes is such a wider range than any chair I've had before that like I have to resettle my camera every time I change from like Up high, the low down. Like, there we go.
It also has a lot of other little settings.
I like tall chairs, yeah. GG, no more forehead. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, you can use my armrest all you like.
I'm going to. Actually, I bought you that armrest, so I think really, if anything, you should be very accepting of me using your armrest.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty sure that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how gifts work, absolutely. Yeah, I often buy scotch for people so that I can just drink it at my leisure whenever I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I buy you scotch.
Got called out? I don't know. You, yeah, it's all good. Well, your health scares me, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. This game is probably the living definition of practice makes perfect. It's fucking insane. It's just like, just forces you to do it over and over until you truly become the best. Like no one ever was. But really, Among the Sleep is underrated. It's really cute and gives you mega jitters. Cool. I'm into it.
Cute jitters.
I wish I got to catch more of your Doki Doki stream, like, while you were doing it. I would have liked to have been able to hang out more during it. Are you thinking about becoming a career streamer, Wyra? Get yourself a webcam and making a nice overlay, going full ham. Desert clip the good terror parts, nice.
Apparently no one can get webcams right now.
Oh, I'm sure it's still possible to
No,
get
like,
webcams.
apparently, like, everywhere online is sold out. Because everyone's working from home and stuff. So, like, everyone's working from home, so everyone bought webcams. And Cam Booty Calls is another, you know, she's
Yeah,
right, Cam
yeah.
Booty Calls. And
Who hasn't done a little
people
camming in
are
their time?
streaming now and stuff like that. So more people are streaming, more people need them for work. Apparently the entire city of Victoria, you can't buy a webcam right now.
Oh yeah, no, but like online.
Yeah,
I
apparently it's
imagine
pretty
it's
desolate.
not too bad to. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd be willing to bet, like, maybe you can't find really specific models that are kind of, like, particularly good, but, like, there's so many different fucking webcams that are, like, decent that'll stream, you know, 720. I always recommend topping up the health when it's about halfway. Because if you use it in Estus right now, see how it's still not quite max? So that's like, you haven't wasted anything, and it's just safe. Probs still have dinky shit ones. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you could get a really shitty webcam for, like, pretty easy.
Hi, Nekobato.
How you doing? There's a bunch of tutorials.
As someone who plays Dark Souls, you're gonna be really, really sad at how I play Dark Souls.
A bunch of tutorials now about how you can configure your phone to be a webcam for
What
your
the hell
PC
hit
too.
me? What the heck? Where did he come from?
I guess from those platforms.
Oh my god, sweetie, you told me they don't come down.
They generally don't, but every time that I play, I kind of always take that same path, and you're probably, you know, you're moving a little more cautiously and stuff, and so you might still be remaining in their aggro range long enough that it gives them a chance to, like, slowly follow you to where you're at.
Oh god.
What's shaking, Nekobata? What's new, man? How's your apocalypse going? Yeah, using your phone for a webcam, that's probably pretty legit. Phones have really good cameras in them. As long as you got it plugged in, because that'll chew their battery up like nobody's business. Now's a good time to lock on, too. Practice toggling of lock on. Yeah.
Where's he going?
You can also drop off that little ledge next to the stairs and use your R1, like in that brief window that you're falling for a couple frames.
Ah! Where I'm not, like, just waiting for him to attack me to hit him.
Yeah.
And dying.
Nada just working the usual. Not the greatest here. Why is that? Rox hasn't heard of a game, so I was telling him about it. Among the Sleep. Yeah, it's I feel like it's maybe a little bit obscure. PC game, or? Got Wyra the horror hipster coming in here with these horror suggestions.
Don't call Wyra a whore, I like her.
So things will be stricter and stricter, but I fear a bit late. Yeah, that makes sense.
Apparently, our province is doing extremely well.
Yeah, but we don't have nearly the
we
population
don't.
density that you're gonna probably have where you're at, Neko.
Yeah. But no, apparently, like, we did surprisingly well, is I think the right way to look at it, because the rest of Canada is not doing well. The other big provinces aren't doing as well. Like,
Yeah,
the territories
ones
are fine.
with a lot of population density are suffering for sure. I mean, like, New York has one of the highest infection rates for any area with that kind of square footage.
Well,
you know?
actually, sweetie, density, not even necessarily, because, like, PEI is not that bad, and it's pretty dense population-wise, but it's just such a small population, it's such a small area, it was easy for them to just be like, no fairies, and then everything's fine.
Yeah, but even per square mile, it's really not
PEIs?
super dense compared to, like,
Toronto?
You know, yeah, or
Yeah.
Montreal.
Well, compared to a city, yeah, but
Yeah,
compared
that's what
to,
I'm saying.
Well, New York, when you look in the New York numbers, New York State, you get that, right? It's not like New York the city.
Right, but New York City is going to be
Oh,
the
no, it's
main
where a large
vector.
chunk of the problems are,
Everyone's
for sure.
commuting to and from the city itself, and that's where all the transmission will be happening, almost for sure.
Ah,
There's the lockdown. Sorry.
I died.
Yeah, I think Alaska's being fairly strict, but they only just suggested everyone use masks, not just 6 peeps for last week. Yeah, like
We're not doing masks
our
yet
city,
here.
no one uses masks
Oh, no,
really.
some people
There's
are.
like, yeah, like you see it, but when I say no one, it's hyperbole. You know, no one's really using masks, like, you know, per capita. There's very few masks around, which I think is fine. You don't really need them if you're taking precautions.
Well, apparently the big reason they suggest masks is to stop you from touching your own face. Unless you are sick, in which case, obviously, wear a mask. But if you're not sick, don't worry about it. Just don't touch your face.
Yeah, well, don't touch things and then touch your face.
Yeah, that too.
You can go out for a big long walk, go all over town, and you don't have to actually physically interact with anything. You can go, you know, there's lots of things you can do without really having to interact with anything. Among the Sleep description. Among the Sleep Enhanced Edition is a new and improved version of the award-winning first-person horror adventure. In the game, you play as a small child trapped in a weird nightmare where you go looking for your mom. Nice. Crushed that room that time. And as you level up, you'll have more and more stamina, and it's going to be easier to like engage a group of enemies. I touch my face all the time. Well, that's a really terrible habit. I really wouldn't recommend that. I'm really good at not touching my face, like pretty much ever. So, yeah. It's more for people that are not showing symptoms to dampen the spit drops from flying farther.
He's also really good at keeping our daughter from touching his face.
Oh, and she tries. I spend a lot of time here. The reason people are wearing masks is to protect others, not themselves. You don't always know you have it and are contagious. Yeah, that's understandable as well. And it's really useful for that reason. I think that's why, on average, apparently, I think it's the WHO has stated that wearing masks decreases your, you know, the sort of transmission rate by like 30%. But I've also heard that wearing sort of homemade masks that are made of like cloth and like absorbent materials increases your risk of catching it, because it's just a place for everything to absorb and gather and
Okay.
make yourself sick.
So the main problem I'm having with the mask thing is just how much of a shortage there is for medical personnel. So
that's also
the
an issue.
moment that I'm personally not choosing to wear a mask because there's already shortages right now for people who are legitimately on the front lines, I don't need it. I'm not. Maybe I have it. Maybe I've been spreading it this whole time. Maybe I'm a super spreader. That would be awful. And if I'd had a mask on, yes, that wouldn't have happened. But I don't.
Protecting the people who are really, really exposed is certainly a good thing.
Yeah, like our friend Cass, she should be wearing a mask, 100%. She's.
I have a pollution mask, not a medical one. That probably helps a lot too. Anything that
Sean,
covers
who
your
works in the
face
hospital.
and isn't absorbent. Like, honestly, I feel like a Halloween mask, a shitty plastic Halloween mask, is probably better than like a t-shirt wrapped around your face because it's not absorbent. So you've got this like hard, non-absorbent barrier, you know? So I don't know. I think people should be supporting their local Halloween stores. Go out, buy a mask from Scream.
Oh shit! I think I aggroed both of them.
And then go into your local convenience store and
good.
just hope that they don't, you know, panic and throw you out.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point that someone was bringing up. It's about people in neighborhoods where there's lots of theft, and apparently the whole recommendation of everyone should just wear a mask. It's like, yeah, you can get yourself shot wearing a mask in some places.
Yeah, I've seen some tweets from like people, you know, that like basically black people saying like, well, I can't just wear a mask. I can't put a bandana on my face or wrap a t-shirt on my face and go about my day in normal society. You know, it's kind of like, oof, that's, yeah, I forget about that extra layer that exists in the States that you guys have to constantly, you know, kind of worry about like certain cities' police forces and the sort of rate of racism there. It's unfortunate. The recommendations not to wear full-blown medical mask, yeah, but the lower quality of the mask, the less and less effective it is until, as I say, I believe what I've heard. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows what things are fact and what aren't when you just, you know, you get all of your news from memes. But basically, you know, from what I understand, making homemade masks usually is just not. It may increase your risk of infection yourself. I have asthma, so I want to wear a mask. Yeah, that's a thing too. Hey, ball with me. I agree 100%. I work as an IPAC, and we recommend that you use that, especially if they can be cleaned or thrown out quickly. Use what? Which one is that? Are you talking Halloween masks from random places? Are you talking full-blown medical masks? Or are you talking t-shirts wrapped around your face? Also, yeah, I've never heard of IPAC. But we're up in Canada. I don't know what any of your
The C
acronyms are.
might stand for Canada, so I mean, you know, I wouldn't.
It could be, you know, imperial psychiatrists across Canada, or infection protection and control. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're probably
Could be infection prevention around Canada.
I have a mask that's for air pollution, but it helps me in that it keeps you from touching my face, so that's what I have it for. Yeah, totally. And I mean, honestly, people who went through a raver phase are probably doing real well right now.
Ugh, I kind of want to go to the
Well, it's good to know, Ball, with me. What do you recommend then? What's your recommended, like, what would you say is the recommendation from someone who's working in that industry for lowering your risk of infection and or transmission? I liked masks from being a weeb. Oh, there you go. Yeah, ravers, weebs, fucking outcasts of the world. They already have their masks.
I guess I should probably ask this before this fight.
I would, for sure. Yeah, so you're still not quite at full health too, so that's a good amount, whatever you were at. Probably would have been good to note it, so you kind of have an idea, but it's fine. Like for either of us, not just what are you doing? Face touchy.
Yeah. I hear face touching is the in thing, especially strangers.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they say that because shaking people's hands isn't particularly safe to do right now, that just immediately touching a stranger's face upon meeting them is basically the new handshake. When you much, I hate touch. That's understandable.
Yeah, I'm gonna be too slow.
Well, you were fast at least. Mwah. General population, something like a surgical mask, easily thrown away or cleaned, not too burdensome to wear. Lots of surface area to avoid touching breathy areas. Ooh.
That's
touch my breathy area. That's a sexy sentence right there.
That's beautiful.
Hey, King Blade, how you doing this evening? I hated working retail and having people be overly friendly and pat my arm or shoulder. Oh yeah, that's rough.
I think I just gained a soul from something.
Yeah, the enemy who usually hangs out on those stairs, who generally comes at you, I think just fell off. You guys are British Columbian too, right? Yeah. Or is that where you're from, Ball with me? Fuck, now I feel bad that I
don't know the acronym that I was joking would have the word Canada.
Yeah, that I don't know what your... Tell me more of your IPAC. I'm a Texan in Alaska. I think I watched that movie actually.
It's a porn, isn't it?
A Texan in Alaska? Yeah. Alaska's, you know, their friend?
Oh, that makes sense. You have to be further north than us because,
Vancouver. Nice.
gotta love Van.
Well, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Dude,
Yeah, we're from
bad
Victoria.
news about Stormcrow. That sucks, man.
Yeah, we just learned today that the Stormcrow closed, which really sucks. That was our favorite place to go and have a drink whenever we
is not coming back after the.
Whenever we hit Vancouver. There's this. For those who aren't from Vancouver, which is
that's cool. This is just well known. Everyone knows that. It's like the most important
99% of all people.
It's the most important thing in Vancouver. No one knows anything else about Van.
So there's a pub in Vancouver. They had two locations. The first one has now closed, unfortunately. But it was a pub where it's basically it like caters to nerds. So it's all about like
you roll a d20 for drinks, little things.
So they have an option on the back of their menu where if you like, you can roll a 20-sided die, and there's 20 different drinks on the menu. And if you roll a natural 20, you get to keep the little die and the ornate like shot glass. And like a critical 1, like a fumble on the 20-sided die, is a shot of it's just like Tabasco and tequila.
I thought it was Tabasco and vodka.
Sure, maybe that's it. I don't know. It's Tabasco and alcohol. It's terrible. Tabasco and just like whatever booze. I think it's tequila actually. But
are you sure? I thought it was vodka because I remember being like, ugh, and it's vodka.
But like a natural 20 is
a double of something.
Yeah, you get to choose which thing you want on a natural 20, I think, and it gets to be a double, and you get like a bunch of bonus stuff. So
yeah,
it's kind of cool. It's like $6, and you get to spin the wheel. And you get to like roll a 20-sided die at your table. It's kind of fun. All the the wait staff carry around a d20 and they're in their little like their little
serving apron.
They're like kangaroo pouch on the front of their apron. And yeah, just a cool place. There's like a Han Solo frozen in carbonate at the back of the place, and they've got arcade machines, and all their burgers are named after geeky things. Their menu is Star Trek, the little like the consoles they have, the buttons, that like they interact with on the consoles in Star Trek. The menu had that kind of motif. It was a very cool little place, an awesome little nerd haven in a busy part of Vancouver. And it's their original location has now closed indefinitely, permanently. It is gone. So now they've just got their second place, which was just a pub, I believe. The first one, I believe, was their brew pub. So I guess they're
it was a restaurant and pub. It wasn't a brew pub.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they don't have their own alcohol. That's right. Yeah, just a restaurant and pub.
Well, you
Nice.
loved
Ball with me
the,
is a fan of the Stormcrow.
You
Awesome.
loved the storm.
Well, they're still one of the Stormcrows.
What? Oh my god, I was hitting the wrong button. Ah! I just died because I was hitting the wrong button. I was like, why is nothing happening?
Poor sweetie. Yeah, Stormcrow's a really cool place. We used to go there every time that we went to Van, and but I mean it's good that there's still at least one location.
We had good friends
apparently,
who lived really close to it on Commercial, which is usually who we stayed with when we went to Van. So it's like, it was that or Banditas. Like we pretty much just went along Commercial Drive with them anytime we were going anywhere.
Yeah. Apparently, I believe that location was kind of suffering anyway. So the fact that now, no one's going out to pubs, I think was just kind of the nail in the coffin for them. But I imagine they were probably already considering closing that location.
They were having difficulty securing the rental rates, continuing the rental rates, was what the issue was, from what I remember.
But yeah, it's a cool place. I've got pictures that I took of their menu just because it is so nerdy.
Oh, that one's smarter.
Trying to convince him to fall off the stairs.
Yeah.
It's tough. Their AI is fairly good, but yeah. Yeah, it's hard to find a good nerdy pub. There was a place in Portland I found that I really liked called the Critical Sip. That was off of a game store, like a hobby store that had like board games and ran Magic games and D&D games and stuff like that. And they had an adjoining little pub called the Critical Sip that was the lowest prices that I've seen anywhere on Earth. I can't imagine they made any profit whatsoever, and you got to play board games while you were there. You just like leave your ID with the guy who's working the bar as like insurance, and you get to play, like rent a board game while you're hanging out there. That's the one thing that Stormcrow in Vancouver was kind of missing.
They had board games all over the place.
Yeah, they had some board games, but
They
like
really did.
they weren't like a board game place. Like they didn't have like a fucking.
I would call them a board game place. And why weren't they a board game place?
They didn't have an amazing selection of board games. They had like
a reasonable one,
couple
didn't
shelves.
Well, no, they had like, and underneath some of the tables, there were like rows of them.
All right, I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah, like you remember there was the main room, and then there was the second room. So there was the second room that had the ones that were up high, and then there were under some of the tables. I remember there were like a storage area.
I understand.
I remember thinking they had a surprising amount of board games.
Okay. I don't know, describing the layout of
A place that
an
doesn't
extremely
exist anymore,
regional
yeah.
location that is also closed isn't super relatable content, but
Hey.
Yeah, it sucks that the gauntlet to get to the boss is pretty challenging when you're new. Y'all good.
I know I'm good, Wyra. It's Rox who doesn't get it.
I feel so ganged up on.
Good.
You're all so terrible to me.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
Sonnet is always good. Agreed.
Wyra gets it. I don't see. You'd think my husband
Sonnet's
would know
great.
this. You'd think this would be like a thing he would just know.
She's easily in the top 3 wives I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Die.
Die, 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 my darling.
You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. So dead and out of this world.
Sonnet, you and I would have the best time just bullshitting IRL. Yeah, absolutely.
Likely.
Should come visit.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, yeah, hop on a plane.
Apparently it's super cheap to fly, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. All-time lows. Or a cruise ship.
Yeah,
they're
the
really
cruise
struggling
ships
right
come
now.
through Alaska.
Yeah.
us to Alaska. I mean, you could probably get a real cheap cruise ship.
The Alaskan cruises. In fact, it's probably cheaper to get on a round-trip Alaskan cruise and then just not,
Ditch it,
not
it's
just
in
get
Victoria.
off. Just be like, YOLO.
It probably would be.
So I got no passport. Why not? That's so weird when someone doesn't have a passport.
Sneak on the cruise ship. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, absolutely. They're really struggling. You could probably make a
Yeah,
make
like
a deal.
straight up be like
Pimp
20
out
bucks.
Solalex.
No questions. They'd be like, you know what? That's a better deal than we've had lately.
Oh yeah, just be like Solalex will do whatever you need, and in exchange, you guys get to come visit. He can clean toilets.
Is that like the worst thing you can think of? Because like,
Is that a
damn, girl.
euphemism?
Like, you must really hate cleaning toilets because like cleaning toilets really isn't that bad. Like in the list of things you can do, it's honestly not that bad.
Cleaning someone's toilet? Is that a
See, cleaning the bathroom doesn't bother me that much.
cleaning the bathroom makes me feel like I might vomit.
Yeah, he's a delicate one.
I'm a delicate little flower.
That's right. My delicate little flower.
I'm so ornery.
One of those
Burping while you're
things
kissing
where
me.
like I really
So
hope
graceful.
I'm the opposite of graceful. If you wanted a graceful woman, I apologize right now for what you seem to have married.
Don't forget about the run button.
I thought I was hitting the wrong button.
It's all good. You were hitting A button.
Yeah, I thought I was hitting the correct button. Apparently
As long as you're holding a button, you're probably good, right?
I'ma die. Okay.
You're
Turn
dead
around.
and out of this world.
And
There you go.
Can I keep attacking? Okay. Now I roll. Roll.
Or run.
Roll. I've tried to run, but then it wasn't working, so I rolled, so I'd be able to run.
If he's not doing an attack animation, then running is pretty safe. Once he begins his attack animation, a roll that's well timed.
I just tried to roll there, but I didn't.
Just a couple frames too late. That one was pretty good actually. Yeah, you rolled under his attack, but now you probably want to run.
I'm trying to get going, but I don't have any stamina.
You're good now. You got like full stamina.
Okay.
Well said. I can handle cleaning after pet poop, etc., but I can't stand cleaning the toilet. I do. Oh, nailing it.
Okay, now I run again.
Yeah.
Run.
You may want to try popping a flask as well.
I'm going to.
Like,
That was actually
right
my
about
plan.
there. Like, yeah. Good multitasking. While you're popping the flask, you
I
turn
tried
around.
to run. I did not do a very good job.
No, you're doing great.
I literally just died, sweetie.
No, you didn't literally just die. Now you literally just died.
I got into half hell.
Yeah, no, you got 2 plunges that time. You honestly are, you're doing better every time. All right, let's fire off this battle.
I'm gonna go to the washroom.
Sure. I'm surprised Wyra hasn't been getting in on the Stream Raiders games. It seems like it would be your jam. Oh, though you're on mobile, aren't you? I don't know, just like a fun little addictive game. Calling me out. I don't mean to call you out. I'm just saying it seems like it'd be your jam. Oh man, I got a new skin. I got a new skin for my archers. Let's do this gold chest battle. I'm on desktop but playing dress up in some MMO at the moment. No worries. You do you. Let your freak flag fly high. Boom! Protect my healer! And quickly dip into the store and see if anything's... Nope, nothing's refreshed. We can upgrade our tank. I don't know. I never use tanks. That's fine. And we've got a new skin for an archer. Do I have an archer skin? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, it hasn't shown up yet. That's right. When you get new skins, it takes a minute to kind of hit your account. I got them anime jiggles. So you're not playing dress up on Code Vein? I kind of feel like you're cheating on Code Vein right now. Oh man, I love this game. Wow, well, Code Vein called and is very hurt. Thank you. It's okay, I'm a fickle person. It can be hurt. I was going to say, so something worth noting. So right now when you roll, you have what's called the fat roll.
Yeah.
So I noticed you are starting to like roll in combat, which I think is a really good habit to get into, but I feel like that roll is going to dissuade you from wanting to roll in the future.
Okay.
So if you put on slightly lighter armor,
I tend to play tanks.
yeah, so it does prevent you from being tanky. However, then when you roll, see how you can roll you probably twice in the same span of time, and your armor is only slightly decreased. If you're moving when you roll, then you actually roll.
I thought it was beta roll.
Yeah, it is. If you're running and then you release and tap again, then you jump. If you're just moving and you tap it,
I got it,
then you get your roll.
If you just touch it, you jump back. Okay.
Yep, a back step.
That's
So
relevant.
yeah, so like I don't know, if you move around a little circle and tap B, then you'll see that your roll is like a lot faster, and you can strip off a bunch more armor and get down to where you have like what's called the fast roll. But this is the mid roll, which is like I wouldn't recommend going to a heavy roll. And as you level up, if you like, you can increase the attribute that what it does is it increases your carrying capacity, and then you can wear slightly heavier armor without moving into that heavy roll. Or the fat roll, as it's known, kind of territory.
Fat roll sounds like a stoner term.
Yeah. Also, yes. Where did I put the wine? Oh, did you refill yourself? Okay.
Staying hydrated is very important.
Fact.
You liking it?
Just a little bit more. I think that's good. Yes, stay hydrated.
I think I married a lush. I mean, just saying. I've seen actually our friend that Orion traveled with, that Rox traveled with, had a water reminder, which was a plant, and if you didn't like drink enough water and plug in that you're drinking water, it would kill your plant.
Yeah, it's pretty intelligent way to go, having like a Tamagotchi that requires you to actually drink glasses of water in order to keep it alive. Oh, you know it. Nice. Plant nanny. You don't like it.
I think Wyra's a strong, independent woman, and she don't need no nanny.
Don't need no plant. I kill it every time. Drink more water. That's
Said the man who like
you
really
should,
does not drink enough water.
If not liking it, if the reason you don't like it is because you're failing to just stay hydrated, that's not on the app. That's on you. I've had more water today than the last 3 days combined. Well, good. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean,
I take full responsibility for your hydration.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say something right now about Rox and his water drinking.
No need. No need.
Compared to mine.
No. It's all good.
So
No, we're good.
I drink upwards of 2 liters of water.
You might want to heal.
I thought I wasn't quite at half. But I guess it was. So I drink 2 liters plus of water a day, easily, if not more. Plus tea.
I
Plus
drink plenty of
coffee,
fluids, thank you.
Plus wine. Sometimes juice, even.
I drink
but I will
fluids
drink just
every stream.
Water, 2 liters, and then on top. Okay.
Every stream I do.
Rocks. I have literally come home before from like hanging out with the baby all day and doing things and not paying attention.
You
not
know I have a hydrate
babysitting
emote,
him,
right?
Not nannying him.
I know all about how to
And
drink.
I will come home and say, and he'll say he has a headache or something, and I'll say, well, have you had any water today? And you'll see him stop and think, and you can tell the answer is no. You can tell he's gone.
No. I legitimately think. I have to think about whether or not I've had fluid.
You can tell he's gone a very long time without water. 18 plus hours without water.
A few hours. So, fun fact, alcohol is a diuretic. However, diuretics don't negate how much water you've drank. That's a very commonly held myth. Alcohol is an alcohol, and alcohol does negate how much water you've had because it actively dehydrates you. However, diuretics like coffee or caffeinated tea, well, wine is an alcohol, so it's not. But so diuretics such as coffee and caffeinated tea absolutely count 1 for 1 toward your hydration for the day. So even if you were to only drink coffee or tea in a day, you would have to pee all the time because it's a diuretic. However, it is very much hydrating you. That is something that I learned on the internet, so I know it's true. Watching the dehydrated hamster in his head dying. So I went through probably, I would say, my teens and early 20s. That's, I don't want to say distracting, but that's very, very distracting. Yeah, we've been watching the series What We Do in the Shadows, and so Sonnet is singing and re-singing the same line from it over and over. I would say I spent most of my teens and 20s not drinking water, just full stop. I just didn't drink water. I drank a lot of beer. There was a few months of my life where I lived in a party house with 2 other guys, and we would each get a 15-pack of cheap beer every day because it was $20, tax included, for 15 beers. And every single day, because we lived so close to the liquor store, we would pick up that 15-pack of beers, and we would drink 15 beers each.
I've heard this thing. I'm a herder.
15 beers each every day. And then on weekends or special occasions, we'd also drink. So it was a rough couple of months.
I can just herd this thing. Can I herd it off an edge?
And I got to a point where I was starting to get the worst hangovers of my life every day.
This will get annoying fast.
And it turns out that that's because your average human is supposed to drink glasses of water.
Sweet.
I've now had 1.77 liters of stuff today. That's cool. Almost 2 liters
I do
of
that
fluid.
usually before noon.
Well, she's breastfeeding, so her fluid is depleted faster than most.
It's true.
It's more than I've had the last 3 days. Nice. I have had, I would say, probably a glass and a half of water today, but also half a bottle of wine. So I'd say I'm doing pretty good for myself.
Ugh, creeps me out.
No, that cringe is mostly hyperbole. Need some wine? Get it delivered.
Come down here. We got loads. Just come visit.
Do they not just deliver wine to your home in the end times?
It's true. We've had literally 3 different wineries and one cidery just show up at our door with wine for free. And most of that wine was on sale. Actually, absolutely everything we bought was on sale and cheaper than normal. Less than 2 miles away.
2 miles?
I don't understand that. The liquor store is a 20-minute... The good government liquor store is a 20-minute walk from us, or there's a shitty private one that is maybe 3 minutes walk from us.
3? I don't know.
Logan's?
I would say 2.
2? I guess.
A brisk walk.
You know what it comes down to is I think I've only ever made that walk drunk.
Yes. Yeah, when you're stumble walking, that's a 3.
I don't think I've ever made that
that'll
walk
tack an extra
sober.
50%
I don't think
time
I've
on your
ever
journey.
been in that liquor store sober because it's such a shitty liquor store. The number of times I've gone in there and stared at the wine selection drunk and been like, Jesus fuck.
Could walk to it if I had to. Yeah, 2 miles.
2.2K?
Yeah, just over 3
Okay.
kilometers. That's
That's not bad.
well, like I would say
I walk more than that, like, every morning, easily.
I would say our city is like how far would it be to say the Bay Center from here? Like,
1K?
you think so?
Maybe
I feel like,
not.
I feel like longer than that.
Okay.
I feel like a couple kilometers. But basically, our entire city, to walk from one side to the next of our city, is not that far. A couple kilometers. I'll look it up, in fact.
I'ma die right now.
So the Bay Center is about a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
And it's like a walk that's like to walk into downtown, which we do regularly, pretty much anytime we leave the house.
Yeah. Fair.
How far are we walking? 1.5 kilometers.
1.5, okay, that makes sense. I thought it wasn't 2K.
So that's a 15-minute walk. If you're like walking a normal clip, don't have a baby with you. And then it's a half hour to where one of Sonnet's workplaces is.
20
when
minutes
she was
to
walking.
Blanchard.
And that's
20 minutes to Blanchard. It's...
Yeah, so I'm talking about James Bay.
Oh, James
so there's
Bay.
a
James
there's a
Bay's
store
35 minutes.
that's
Half hour is
about
Fairfield.
twice that like would be what you're talking about 3.2 kilometers. And
Okay,
she
yeah,
would,
I used to walk that all the time. That's nothing.
she would walk that far to get to work all the time, but that is a little much. Most people would be like, you know what, I think I might drive.
Ugh,
it would
lazy
be,
people.
Yeah, I get, or just most people, just most humans, just people.
I don't understand.
I'm out of alcohol, sadly, so maybe I'll get something this weekend. Yeah, totally. It's a shame you're out of Henny and tequila.
Made it. And I got my souls back.
Damn.
Fantastic. I can't see
you
what I'm doing, but hit him.
1 of 4 hits. So keep in mind, once you land on him,
Yeah.
it's such a lengthy animation that you can use the right thumbstick to move the camera a bit to like a better position. You can really kind of fine tune it. Here you go, and roll.
I tried. I don't know if I rolled.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
did.
tell.
You didn't get hit, so you rolled. No damage. No damage is good. Yeah, full run, and then mash A while you're running. While you're running.
While I'm running.
Yeah. While you're holding B, you can like get the A button in there, and then you can.
How can I hold? But B and A is both my thumbs, sweetie.
Correct.
Okay.
You just need to fat finger it.
Do I get another hit in there? No, I don't. Really. Okay, I need to get out of here. I can't get out. I'm stuck.
Well, the attack button probably won't get you out of there.
Alright, let's get out.
No bourbon, tequila, Henny, Bailey's, Kahlua, fat finger strats. I'm still here. Yeah, relinquish. We've been hanging out. What about you? What's your excuse? Run.
I'm running. I just had to roll first.
Yeah, I think you better roll twice though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your rolls are faster now. And then A.
Oh no! No! I think I'm dead now.
You might have to do the running.
I
twice
can't,
strat. Yeah. Hit as you're getting up. So when I'm holding B, you know what I mean? When you can kind of hit A while you're holding down.
I don't like it.
So just
That frightens me.
I know it's new and different.
I don't like new things. I don't like different
Watch someone
things.
beat Demon Souls, then they ended. Well, you know, we have gotten the Taurus Demon to half health over here, so.
Yeah, that's right. You'd be very proud of me, Relinquished.
Yeah, you should be cheering Sonnet on. She's taking on Dark Souls for
Now, what am I doing?
the first time. You're taking a quick nap.
Did that get rid of all my souls from the one that died? Okay. Oof.
Well, you're good.
This means that other guy's back, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Hi, kids. I mean, I was also singing music. You missed my beautiful singing. Cal has a German folk song stuck in her head now. It's been great. Getting it stuck in my head.
And so I cry so
That's not
hard
it.
when I'm lying in bed. And I said, hey,
not it at all.
hey, 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 hey.
Not even close.
Hey, hey,
Thank you.
hey.
See,
I
you
said,
thought it was
hey.
beautiful. It was apparently annoying my husband.
What's going on? Well, merely because I was speaking and you were like loudly, like at normal volume singing. It's just a little disrespectful, but you know, that's fine. It was beautiful singing. Don't make me choose that song, bro. What song would you be referring to, though? I don't quite understand. Maybe if you were to
walking
play it
motherfucker.
so I could understand what you're referring to, Wyra. Oh, as you're throwing. Oh, I thought you meant like, don't let me play. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and desert you. I messed up the lyrics because I have. I'm working on just finishing up that half bottle of wine there.
If everyone noticed, he actually poured the last of the bottle in, which was a noticeably heavier pour than my last glass.
Well, now there's no need to call attention to that.
So, if we want to get technical, he's had more than a half a bottle.
If we want to get technical, I've also had some whiskey.
You've also had some whiskey.
You know what they say? Whiskey before wine, you're feeling just fine.
Wine before whiskey, and you'll get really frisky.
Well, yes, also. You'll...
Pretty sure that's the saying, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
that the saying? I feel like that's the saying.
But that's not something you have to deal with till later. You'll be fine.
Die!
Ooh, you're still alive.
Yeah, surprises you are.
Never gonna give you up.
This little cunt.
We're no strangers to love.
I hope everyone's okay with me using that
You
word.
know the rule.
Alright.
Never gonna run around and
Do I have to
desert
change
you. It's funny when you see, like what he looks like. You know, his little frame in that trench coat, and then he's just got that like low ass voice. It's crazy.
Ah.
It's sort of like Donkey. It's a person where it's like, oh, your voice is a lot deeper than I would have expected. What word? She's been dropping C-bombs.
I do it a lot. It's just kind of my way. Do I want to herd this guy again? Oh, there, I didn't have to.
There's kind of a fun game you can play with him if you want to teach him the lesson that it's not okay to just hold out your shield.
Is it jump on him from above, like what you were suggesting earlier? Oh, for F's sake.
Kunt. I like using the C word for stupid monsters.
I like just saying the word. I feel as an owner of one, it is my word, and fight me. And also, I have a problem. My problem is that in North American English, the word dick is parried about pretty easily. People are always like, oh, that guy's a dick, or that person's a dick, or whatever.
Or prick as
Prick.
well.
Fine. But
Absolute
cunt, we
cock.
don't say the same way. Okay, why? Well, because it's disrespectful. Okay, why? Why is that one more disrespectful than the other one? It drives me nuts. It's like this whole concept of
Yeah, but
it's more offensive to be called a female genitalia?
No. I think it's because cunt is a very hard word. Pussy. Calling people a pussy happens all the time. Calling someone a cunt and a pussy is like the exact same concept, but the word cunt is a lot harder.
Oh my god.
It's like the reason
This
that
is a
you
cunt.
call someone a dick,
Oh no, he just kicked me off the edge.
but you don't call them a cock as often. So where you
cock.
are currently, you can't get back from.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like, you can either die and you'll lose those souls that you've got over the demon boss. You might lose them anyway, or you can use an item that will just warp you back to the bonfire. It's up to you. The start button is this one if you want to enter your inventory. Yeah, that's not. You can't. You're stuck down here now. This is where you live now. You're a bridge troll underneath the the bridge for other adventurers to I just call people dumb enemies. Dumb idiots, I mean to say. It's twice the insult. Yeah. Stupid dumbheads. Or
I can't wait for our daughter to start
silly fart faces.
Because it's going to be things like words we told her not to use, which I'm going to guess is going to be things like, oh, sweetie, no, you can't call grandma I don't know, a poop or something. And so it's just going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't jump to motherfucking cunt right off the bat. That would be... It's not as adorable
our
when a
friends,
2-year-old's calling people
little girl
fucking...
learned the word shit far too early.
Wyra, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say over here, huh?
And,
you trying to...
And, yeah, so she started saying to people like, oh, she's trying to say ship. She loves ships. I just think it's so funny. Because, like, you know, this older person will be like, oh! And she'll be like, she's trying to say ship. And it's like, oh! It's like, yeah, she really loves boats and ships, but she just... It's the pronunciation.
Yeah, but when your little daughter starts calling people a cunt, what do you... You're like, oh, she's trying to say...
Aunt. She thinks you remind her of her aunt.
The k sound is pretty tricky.
Yeah, she just loves k sounds. It's because her name's Callista. It's just... You know, you gotta BS hard enough, sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's when your child starts saying, like, you know, your mother sucks cocks in hell, and turning her head around in a circle, that's when you have to worry.
Alright, so I have about 3,000 souls. What are you doing?
Oh, just sort of fucking around until you either fall off or do what you need to do.
No, I'm trying to do math right now.
So, just so you know, here's what the items is. If you want to see what...
It's called the Homeward Bone.
So, the first thing that I would recommend is seeing how many you have. It might make the decision for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, what's the button?
And then use the directional pad, not the thumbstick, to navigate that menu. Yeah. So
that means nothing.
So at the left, the most one, at the other end, browse and use items. And then go down until you find the Homeward Bone.
I have 6 of them.
Yeah, a half dozen. I would say if you are worried about your souls, go ahead and use one.
Did anyone else get a tone off that? I got a bit of a tone off that. Sweetie. You're so sassy. Alright, I'm gonna do it just so I know how it's used. I'm not doing it because he recommended it in a tone. What the heck?
Sorry. So
select is... What?
Okay, go back down.
Yeah.
So the A button is your interact one.
Yeah,
the,
this is item menu, but select is... Oh, I see. I thought I had to push this whole button down.
So it's like select is like moving around the menu to make your selection.
Okay, but select also means take this thing. To select this thing.
Yeah, it's really ambiguous. This game was translated from Japanese.
Oh my god, I hate everyone.
I'm sorry. It's just mashing the whole D-pad to select a thing. And sorry, it just cracked me up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's probably all the wine and whiskey. Right. So you still have to click again to use the item. Oh fuck. Oh. I mean, I'm having fun. I hope you are as well. Holy shit. Oof. I'll drink to that.
Mm-hmm. Do you see how much sass I have to put up with in this marriage?
Oh, fuck.
See, I thought about that, but the reality is relinquished. I've never used a Homeward Bone before, and I want to see how it works.
Then press it again.
Oh man, no regrets ever. But I mean,
no regrets.
I saw yes.
I literally didn't even read that message from relinquished. I just said it because that's how one says regrets. It's no regrets. Everyone knows that. It's the best tattoo any human has ever gotten on their body. Right below that is Jeff Goldblum's face, but the top is no regrets.
My favorite was apparently people who were going and getting like Asian words tattooed to them that were on purpose,
Yeah,
like just something
refrigerator,
silly. Exactly.
microwave oven. Yeah.
Just so that people would then
No,
talk to them.
no Ragrets is fucking. That's top tier. Did you laugh hard enough to tear up? No, did you? Psh. You don't know me.
Oh dear.
I'm just having a fun time over here.
He's enjoying making fun of his wife.
Regretful. Regretful, I like it.
Ah, I'm gonna die. Okay, we're good.
Practicing being a dad.
Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
When do you think you're gonna need to laugh at our daughter until you cry?
I do that like
I know,
I would
right?
say every other day.
Oh god, she's so ridiculous. And the most, actually, you know what the most annoying thing is? It's just how full of energy she is at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning, depending on what time she's decided to be up.
Just all the time. She's always full of energy. Even when she's so tired and you're like, fucking go to sleep, please.
Because like when she didn't want to
her
nap
eyes
the
are
other
half
day.
open, and
Oh.
occasionally she'll literally rest her head on something for a second and then lift it up and be like, okay, I'm ready to go. And it's just like, she's so tired, she's slow moving, she's lethargic, but she's still so, she'll just jump, if
She'll
you,
just
if
start
you hold her
bouncing, like,
and
"Oh,
play
yeah, no,
some
we're
music and
fun.
stuff, she'll just bounce for a while.
We're still partying. We're still partying. It's like, oh, honey, you need to sleep. She's like,
She
no, no,
has
no.
4 different toys that make music, okay? So she has a little guitar that has a bunch of buttons on it that have songs like All Star, which is kind of a weird option for a child. So
Wild
Love
Thing.
Shack, Wild Thing. It's like weird fucking songs that are throughout the ages
Crazy
that are
little
like,
thing called love.
it's like, I'm totally down. It's got like 5 like normal ass adult songs, but it's like MIDI versions of
I
them.
know, right?
Then she has a little toy piano that has a single button you press and it just plays all of the nursery rhymes that any human has ever written.
It also plays a different nursery rhyme on each button if you have a different setting.
Yeah,
but
so she presses one button and it goes through 15 minutes of fucking MIDI nursery rhymes. And then she has another toy that's like a little laptop that you open up and there's like a bunch of different buttons and each of them plays a song. And then last but not least, she's got a little table that she can lean up on and it has a million different things you can interact with and each of them plays a little song after it like
And she
says,
has the little truck.
It describes what shape you pressed or whatever. So she will sit there tired as fuck and she'll just be pressing buttons on all of them. So there's like the alphabet song is playing at the same time as E-I-E-I-O, as the
Love
same
Shack.
time as like fucking, yeah, Love Shack, like, and it's just a cacophony of noise. And she like will just lean over and over on the guitar like, hey now, you're an Asta, hey now, you're an Asta, hey now, you're an Asta. And it's like, fuck, you need to sleep. What are you doing, you little raver?
It's like she's trying to keep herself awake.
Oh my lord.
She's like, I'm gonna pass out. I need to stay awake. All right, if I have enough shit going on, I'll stay awake.
She's found her coffee, and it's really fucking off-putting. So, that's something to look forward to one day.
Yeah, everyone who's gonna have a kid, anyone who gets you toys that make sound, they are not your friend. They don't love you. They actually probably hate you.
Yeah, she's got a lot of shit that makes noise in general, but she just has 4 different things that just play full-blown songs. And she, I would say on a daily basis, is playing 3 completely different songs. It is just a cacophony. And sometimes I'll put on Spotify, and I'll play like video game music, or sometimes metal, sometimes funk. Irish drinking songs we've learned she's quite fond of. They've got a good tempo, they're very upbeat. And I'll put on something on Spotify because she's, playing with books or whatever. And while the song is playing on Spotify, she'll come across her noise-making toys and just start playing a bunch of fucking songs. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna pause the music now because there's 3 too many songs playing at the moment.
Do you want me to pause for a second and you can do your little army thing?
I wanted to get my friend's son a big dragon that roared a lot. I mean, that sounds like a fun thing. All right, let's do some stream raiding.
Yeah, she has some other toys that make noise, but for the most part...
I didn't because they would have killed me, though. What really kills me is, okay, so I understand, I'm not judging any parents that just like give their child a tablet or cell phone or whatever, right? Like, it's, especially if you're working or whatever, if you've got things on the go, it's very, very challenging to keep your baby constantly engaged and entertained. What I think is really ridiculous, though, is there are a lot of parents. If you need to see the babs now, now's an okay time.
I'm running to the baby.
I feel like it's very, very common for people to basically just say, I'm not doing screen time with my baby, right? That's totally healthy, that's normal, that's a common kind of thing to do. And I have some friends who have a baby who's 2 years older than ours is, so she's 3 years old. And they had their her dad, the friend of mine, his sister came and visited them, and he, for their daughter's birthday, bought her a tablet. And I just feel like that's about the only thing that you could really buy for a child that's just disrespectful. You know, like, unless you know for a fact, like, oh yeah, you know, they play with toys. That's like part of their, you know, their childhood. That's fine. That's the thing that they've decided they've chosen to do. Like, that's fine. But if you don't know for a fact, I just feel like that's about the only thing that I would say is just like a disrespectful thing to pick up. Toys that just make noise and shit, like, whatever, that's fine. I'm sure they already have a bunch of them. And like dinosaurs, dragons, noises like that, those are kind of fun.
One of her dinosaurs she's had it since the day she was born. We just found out it makes noise.
Yeah, it turns out accidentally stepping on a toy and then finding out it makes a sound will make a baby cry. But over time, she'll learn to enjoy the sound.
Oh god, the look on her face, because it's a toy she's played with so many times. And it's this little dinosaur.
Plus, it's like a shitty recording device inside of it. So the dinosaur sound it makes is like a high-pitched kind of staticky sound.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
And so I would have cried too. I mean, if that were socially acceptable. Yeah, it's definitely a real trip raising a little one. It's a whole.
Hit the wrong button again.
It's a whole thing. You can just click that thumbstick in, and then you don't have to fuck with the camera at all.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, yeah, like, so I went for a walk with a friend of mine today, and she was talking about like her little one's been having some serious issues with food, and like, so she won't eat vegetables, she won't eat salmon, she won't eat fish, she won't eat chicken, she won't eat like any protein. Now she's getting close to 7 months, so it's like it's a little young to really worry about most of those things yet. But they've been, you know, pretty much she'll eat pears. And
for context, a baby that is at 6 months is when generally you should start introducing solid foods, and by a year they should be able theoretically to live exclusively off of solid foods, although still supplementing you know, with breast milk is absolutely normal and fine. But between 6 months and a year is when you want to start introducing all the different foods.
But anyway, so she's been getting a lot of people being like, oh well, maybe it's just because you haven't tried hard enough with broccoli or whatever. It's like, no, I just, you know, firstly, she's only 7 months, so yeah, we've only tried broccoli.
Well, that's
like
just
twice.
silly, though. Those are garbage people with garbage opinions.
Or
earliest I can remember Screen was using a Game Boy at 3 years. I would go over to friends' places who had Nintendos and shit when I was like 4 and 5 years old, and like just throughout the years. But when I was 12 was when I had my first game console. Game Boy came out when I was like, I think 6.
Yeah, I remember Relinquish is
5 or
young.
6 or something. Yeah, Relinquish is just a young little one. Just a young buck. Just a god in his infancy. Yeah, some people suck. That's their problem.
Yeah, I know. It's just that thing where, you know, and then she's talking to me about it, like, she's like, do you think I'm doing anything wrong? I'm like, no. Sounds like your baby's a baby, you know?
Finished that wine, and now I feel lost, so...
Oh my god. How
whiskey.
will you ever survive? Good thing you have whiskey.
push it to the limit. Is in it to win it, in it to win it. Oh yeah.
Hello, lovely man.
Yo, Sky, what's happening, my dude? How is Sky doing?
You want to watch me be really bad at Dark Souls, Sky? Like, real bad?
Those who are not currently following Sky should absolutely do so.
Wait, there's people on this planet who don't follow Sky?
There are a couple. There are a couple.
Assuming he's behind me already?
Sky is awesome dude. He's been super supportive of myself in the stream. Someone I know IRL. And in fact, almost every game that, or I would say probably half the games I've played over the last like several months, I've been borrowing from him. Super awesome dude. I mean, not just because he loans me shit. He's also a super awesome dude.
He's pretty solid.
His streams are super entertaining. I would strongly recommend going and following him. Happy to be a part of the growth, dude. Yeah, such a big part of the growth. It was crazy. I mean,
Is the
when I
growth
started
like
out,
a term for the baby? Because, like, I don't know.
it's not a Tuma. When I first started out,
Cunt.
Sky like had me over to do co-op streams and stuff, which was super helpful in me starting out. I mean, I still want to do co-op streams just because I had a lot of fun doing co-op streams. But yeah, he also like gave me like constant shoutouts in his stream, and not just like typing, you know, exclamation mark shoutout, but like letting people know that I was just getting started and I was a friend of his and stuff. And a lot of the people who helped support me in the early days of my streaming and helped me get to affiliate like really fast were people from Sky's stream. He was super supportive right from the start. He's one of the only people who's got that very handsome badge, that sub badge right there. We are here making friends. Oh yeah. So be sure to show Sky some support. But I think a lot of the people hanging out at the moment are just lurking. So
And face the wrong way. There we go.
my words may very well fall literally on deaf ears. You know, people who are in another tab doing other shit. But definitely hit him up. Yeah, nice guy, Sky. Absolutely.
Sky's great.
I can't.
I like Sky.
I can't give him enough credit for
And Sky
helping
currently
my
is making
channel
sure that old people
succeed.
in Oak Bay like don't die to the plague by like starving to death. So like he's kind of like extra important.
Yeah, he's literally feeding the elderly in our city.
Yeah. With him, Oak Bay will survive.
I'm waiting pizza and getting my phone all greasy.
Can we just
Oh,
say
eating.
actually?
Okay, I thought you were like
Sky,
waiting for it to be delivered.
If you stopped feeding the old people, would the housing prices in Oak Bay like drop? Because maybe there's like a reason for us to like keep you from going to work.
We are in the market. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, if they all like can't eat, do they die? Is that how that works right now, or how? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I think that might be like the chaotic evil way to get housing, though.
Best way to eat pizza is with a greasy phone. I agree.
Yeah, it's true. They can live off nothing.
A slice of turkey for a week. Yeah, you're not wrong. They live primarily off of caramels that just manifest from their pockets.
Yeah, I'm confused how they get so many. Oh my god, actually, super depressing thing I saw once was
Well, I don't know if we need to chat about all the super depressing things we've seen, but
I was just an old person
Continue.
stealing caramels from London Drugs.
well, I mean, how else do they get them?
Right? I was like, I mean, those are like $2 a bag. Do you want me to buy them for you? Because, like, shit. Like, what if, like, security stops you?
Honestly,
I don't want to deal with
the
this. I don't want to be
Seinfeld
around this
episode
situation.
that was about, like, older people getting into shoplifting just because they can get away with it, and it's kind of like a thrill. It's a rush, you know? I think is, like, not that far from the truth. I think that's more common than people think. You might want to...
I'm doing it. I'm just getting out of where I might be triggering the other buddies.
No, it's literally impossible for them to come from...
Oh my god, I accidentally hit the wrong button. Ah!
Yeah, but at least you're showing off your dexterity to that fucking Undead.
What the hell? Why am I? Why is it still alive? What is going
If you
on?
adjust your angle slightly, you know what they say about trying the same thing over and over with the same result.
Oh my goodness, Sky! I thought you had a bit more time off.
Work till 9 tonight and I'm back at 7:30. Dude, the fucking Clopen, I honestly think that should be illegal.
I do think it should be illegal.
You shouldn't be
Are you in a union? How are they letting you do that in a union?
Well, I did that at the liquor store plenty. But
Yeah,
you shouldn't be allowed
he's
to
a regular.
end a
you
shift.
You can't do regulars that way.
Okay. You shouldn't be allowed to end a shift and then start another shift less than 12 hours apart.
I
You
agree.
need time to be able to eat and sleep, obviously, basic human needs, but also, you know, the psychological need to just, like, kind of come down from that, you know, to decompress is understated. Employee must be given a minimum of 10 hours between shifts. That sucks, dude.
But that's not a minimum of 10 hours, is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's 10 and a half. But that's literally only enough time to eat, sleep, eat again. And only if, like, you finish eating and are just, like, just asleep immediately. Like, that's fucking insane. That's like... And that doesn't take it, like... To make and eat a meal is, what, an hour? Like, if you're really just eating simple meals, 8 hours of sleep is what the average human requires, and then an hour to make and eat a meal. So that's 10 hours, and then what, you're supposed to just use your teleporter to get to work? Like, that's fucked. Literally
Now
just
imagine
eating
if
now.
you had a kid in there.
That sucks, Guy. I'm sorry to hear that. For the U.S., the legal minimum between shifts is 8 hours? What? What? That's
Yeah, that
crazy.
sounds illegal AF.
I've had Walmart try to schedule me for closing ending at 11 and then back in at 5 a.m.?
Oh my
Wow.
god, that guy can go under my thing by being...
Have you tried telling them to go absolutely fuck themselves? Because I find that really... employers like when you're bold, you know? Hey, quick question. Let me take a quick look. I just want to look and see what weapons you have available to you. So, you right now. So see how it says R weapon 1. So that's your R1 attack. That's your main attack. So that R weapon 1, if you can
My
have that
broadsword.
number be higher, that's a good thing. So 92.
But I'm a female using a broadsword. I'm pretty sure that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, 92 is the highest damage. A Morning Star is the same damage.
But it's not a broadsword, and I'm a woman. I don't think you get it. Yeah, see? Sky
Oh, it
gets
also has bleed on it.
Sky understands.
Okay.
What, are you trying to say there's something better than a broadsword?
That's inhumane. Yeah, that's crazy. I threw a fit. I told them I was not going to do that. Thank God I don't work for them now. Got a good union 9 to 5-ish job now. Nice. Yeah, I find it really weird when people are anti-union because it's just against their own interests as workers. But I find that's an oddly common thing in the States, especially when it's like this thing of what is it?
take an
That
extra few
psychological
dollars.
phenomenon of everyone believing that they're like you know, just one like, you know, scratch and win away
lucky
from
break away from a millionaire.
Yeah. So I find that kind of crazy that people are willing to act against their own interests.
I will
and
agree that the union can be shitty in some ways. Like, there definitely are situations in which the union is shitty. Like, when there's someone you wish didn't work with you, and they do because there's no way to fire them because of the union.
So there's no way to fire them. Like, if an employer is really, like, if a worker is shitty, and an employer recognizes that, and looks and seeks to have them laid off because of their shitty behavior, then it really doesn't take that long. You know, you write them up each time they do something shitty, and then they're fired. Like, it's the system fundamentally works. It's just the fact that people have shitty bosses, people have shitty workplaces, people have to do shitty work. Like, it's just you know, it's human error really that is the downside in the union process. But like, the good I think outweighs the bad. Without
I agree
unions,
that
we
it
wouldn't
outweighs the
have
bad, but-
you know, 8-hour workdays,
Oh my God, I missed
paid
him.
vacations.
No.
We wouldn't have child labor laws. Like, unions really have fundamentally
I'm not
revolutionized.
disagreeing with
I'm not saying you are. I'm just merely talking. Well, Just vamping. We got hours to fill. You know, it's just chatting about stuff.
Oh, the fucker dropped me off the cliff. Down at the end,
That happens.
too, so I won't be able to get my souls back. Oh.
Back at the warehouse, they scheduled like 12 people to work, and every day they just sent 2 people home. What? That's crazy.
That was with a union? Or without a union?
They do have bad points. I mean, honestly, I personally don't think that there's anything inherently negative about unions. When people talk about the bad in unions, they talk about the way that the union has ended up. They're talking about their employer or their coworkers. They're talking about the way that, you know, the way that people are behaving. And it's not like those things aren't solvable because there's a union. Like, for sure, all of those things can just be solved. But that's just every workplace. Every workplace has shitty bosses and shitty coworkers and shit like that. So, I don't know. I think people are quick to say, like, well, it's because of the union that they don't lay those people out. It's like, dude, I have worked in non-union jobs with people who did not work. Full stop. That's it. They just didn't fucking do their work for months. I've worked with people who were stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, literally loading furniture onto a truck during work hours and just getting away with it. You know, it's crazy what people can get away with, whether or not there's a union. People are people. So that's the biggest sort of variable, I think. My union separated contracts. We have Grid A and Grid B, and Grid A's have been there a long time and have 10 times the benefits.
Yeah, I know your union does that. For some reason, I thought you were on the good benefit one, Sky. Because you've been there for such a while, but maybe I'm wrong. I know that because a friend of mine actually works for the Save-On Up Island.
They'd be like, okay, who wants to go home today? And I'd just be like, why don't you make a schedule every week instead of making everyone come for 2 to leave? Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
In between top of Grid B. It's unfortunate. Do you, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, when you hit Grid A, you'll be baller.
Your health is stressing me out.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I was gonna check where it was once I hit the top of the stairs. It's my system. I have a system.
It's like playing League. You have to just always be aware of the mini-map, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a jungler,
yeah, just as it gets in your grid. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That the Grid A's get much better benefits, but yeah, I mean, the thing is that the union can also change over time. So it's like if they realized that the people who were a little bit further down the rung were being, you know, harmed by the system, or just felt like they didn't have, you know, the same rights or benefits, you can get those things changed. Like, I worked as a shop steward for our union, and I would often have people just like complaining to me idly, just at work. They'd be like, fuck man, it sucks at this or that. And I'd be like, why don't you just start a grievance? That's not allowed. Just start a grievance, and you can immediately have that resolved. Like, as soon as I begin the grievance process, they'll just fix it. You won't even have to talk to anyone.
They don't want to have that. They don't want to deal with the talking.
Yeah, well, it's just like when they see they've been called on their bullshit, they'll be like, oh, sorry, it was an oversight. We meant this, and okay, we'll fix that right away. You know, like, it's just employers try to get away with whatever they can. So, you know, getting people to like grieve things and fixing little faults in the union, having union meetings, like your union dues do go to people representing you, so you can change
I will
those
say
things.
the head of our union is actually a pretty solid dude. Like, with both Orion and I actually really like him. If he's still, I wonder if he's still the head of the union. He's pretty close to retirement when I
he was like the acting head for a little while because they lacked someone, so he was just kind of the guy who stepped up. But
yeah.
He was someone that we've each worked with quite a lot.
He's a really hard worker and he's a sweetheart, so I think that's part of why we like him.
He's just a nice guy.
He's also a nice guy.
Yeah. So the guy who's kind of the acting head of union and who's got me involved in the union and like help fight for the rights of people and stuff. He's this really nice, kind of soft-spoken, almost
He's
awkward
so
guy. He doesn't make a lot
soft-spoken.
of eye contact. He kind of looks at the ground, and he's like, well, you know, he doesn't
Weird
want
sense
to
of
ever
humor.
tell you you're wrong. Like, he'll just kind of be like, you know, he'll just kind of correct you subtly.
My life.
he, as soon as it's union stuff involved, he will go head to head with
I've seen him
major
yell.
managers and like get in their face and really fight for the rights of his employees. It's really cool to see him.
He outright
Jekyll
yelled
and Hyde, you know?
at Teresa. It was amazing. I was not ready for it.
It was a weird split when Safeway was bought out. Yeah, that's wait, Save-On is owned by the same company that owns Safeway?
No, Safeway was bought out. So Safeway is in the U.S., but the U.S. Safeway decided it didn't want to be involved in Canada anymore. So Save-On, which was overweighty, decided to buy out Safeway so that all those people would still have jobs. Sorry, Sky probably knows better than I do.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes when I'm... Yeah, it's all good. Hey, Jam on Toast, how goes? Good luck, rock some waifu, lurking and cooking up some late night noms. Nice. Dude, it's good to see you, Jam. I appreciate the lurk.
Is there a chance that it's jam on toast that you're cooking up?
I don't know. Could you call it cooking when you're toasting bread?
Yes.
Hope you guys are well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jam on Toast has been playing some Dark Souls. I've raided him a couple times because I love to see blind Dark Souls played. And yeah, so to celebrate the big 800 followers that we just hit,
That was close.
we decided that my wife here, Sonnet, would do her second ever
That is their
stream
toast.
playing Dark Souls. Bacon and eggs and no toast. Congrats on 800. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Oh
Jam
my
on Toast is
God.
one of those cases where, you know, when you raid someone random and they end up being just like a fun, entertaining stream. Thank you, Nicobato. I appreciate that, my dude. Yeah, that feeling of losing like thousands of souls and some humanity and stuff, that's you'll learn to embrace that over time.
Oh, good.
Get a toast a bagel. Good call. Good call.
You know, he used to work at a bagel factory.
I literally worked at a bakery that only did bagels. They were called the Bagel Factory, but it's not a factory. It was
It's a factory.
I was the only person who worked there during the day. Like it was a
think it
pretty
still counts as a
small
factory.
little. Okay. I'm just saying, when people hear factory, they think smokestacks, dozens of people, assembly lines.
Yeah, okay.
It was one baker who made bagels for like fucking 12 hours of his day, and then I would sell them for 8 hours of mine. So it was a pretty chill time. It sounds like heaven. It was really good. Literally, when my first day there, my training shift
Jamae.
was where I had the girl who
love
worked
Jamae.
there was training me, and she was like, yeah, here's how you do this and that and stuff. And then when it got to be about an hour and a half before we closed, she was like, you've got this, right? You can help people out and stuff. I was like, yeah, I think so. She's like, okay, I'll be right back. She went, turns out, to
still
the
are good
local
bagels.
liquor store, grabbed a couple of tall boys of beer, came back and was like, so here's an important part of your training. If you use a coffee cup to pour your beer into, people don't know you're getting drunk on the job. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, it was a fun job. That was a good time. It got to the point where even
Jamae's pretty awesome.
once
I'm
I had
still
worked
friends
there
with her.
for a couple of years and was kind of like a little done with the job. I got another job, in fact, and I just worked there one day a week. I'd only work there on Fridays because on Fridays, the bike couriers who used to work right next door would get off work at 5 o'clock, and they had lawn chairs and shit that they would set up in the parking lot right outside, and one of them had like a stereo and stuff, and they would
But you're
just
being a bit louder from people's baby.
and they would just start playing music and drinking booze from 5 p.m. until about 11 at night. And so I would work that shift just... Oh, the Babs is awake.
Yeah, I know. You were yelling.
Thanks.
Sorry.
So the guys who worked next door, I would hang out with from the moment that I got off work on Fridays, and that was the only reason that I kept that job for so long. It's just being able to hang out with these just like hard drinking bike couriers. I was kind of impressed at how much they could put back. Yeah, that was the most fun job I may have ever had. That was a lot of fun. They were good bagels. It's true. Yeah, I'd bring dozens of bagels home all the time, give them to friends, get them to put them in their freezers. Yeah, it was a great job. I can remember a few times I used to longboard all the time. So like, for those who are unfamiliar, a longboard is a skateboard, but it's longer. And I would longboard to work because it was near enough that I could do that. But sometimes I get off work so drunk that I would have to walk my board home. Like, skating drunk is a lot of fun, but at a certain point you just have to be like, you know what? This is a little bit too too hairy. So yeah, that was a good gig. Anyway, the talk of bagels has thrown me into a revelry. New big hunt update, so I'll play for a little bit. Congrats on the 800. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate that. You have an awesome night. And I'll talk to you sometime soon, I'm sure. I wish you luck in your matches. Get some prestige and happen. Happening would be the full sentence there. Sorry, I've had half a bottle of wine and some scotch, so I'm a little bit of a buzz. Not scotch, actually. Canadian whiskey. Okay, incrementally more than half a bottle for those of you who are keeping score. Wyra. Can't even remember the booze you've had now. No, I remember it. It was very good. Thing is, so Sonnet and I ordered a case of wine from a winery that we had never heard of because it was $125 for a case, like a variety pack basically, of 12 bottles of wine. And so we were like, well, it's hard to go. I mean, that's like tax and delivery charge included. So it was like $10 a bottle for 12 bottles of wine. So we were like, all right, let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. 2 of the bottles were like vinegary. They were off. I think that the problem was that they were wines that don't really age that well, and they were quite old. It was like a 2011 of like a wine that doesn't need any aging. So I think they just had them a little too long and they were trying to get rid of them, and the apocalypse was a good excuse. So the last several days we've just been like trying a new bottle and being like, is this any good? I don't know. And like one of them was good and a couple were off and sour and stuff. So having some good wine, I was like, oh man, this is my jam. This is the thing that I remember. I'm about ready to pay Nekobato to send me whatever that booze he showed off the other night was. I want it. Oh wow, I don't normally drink wine, so I should get some. Yeah, totally. Good wine is really nice. And the US makes some good wine. Like California has really good heavier reds, like Cab Sauves, and they make some good Chardonnays as well, if you're into whites. Although good Chardonnays I find often end up being barrel aged, so they're a little intense compared to other whites. And Oregon makes some really nice Pinot Noir. And yeah, I imagine you could get those for a pretty good price. It tends to make me sleepy. I mean, I think that's a good thing. That's like, that just sounds like just like a nice, pleasant drunk. How much does it level up? Oh my god, it's only $1,000 to level up at her level. And she lost 7,000 souls. That's like 5 or 6 levels. I'm just gonna go ahead and give her some stats. My favorite alcohols are the ones where you don't feel it till you stand up and then you fall over. That's every alcohol. That's not a thing of kind of alcohol. That's just pacing of drinking. I like to feel the world wobble a bit. Heady ones? Yeah, I guess. That's just alcohol. That's just if you're sitting and drinking. That's just like a thing that occurs. That's a phenomenon. All right, we're gonna let our stamina recover before we take down this dude. I'm a fan of ones that I can't tell I'm tipsy. I like to feel it if I move my head that I'm gonna chug the hard stuff. It's usually harder alcohols that will surprise you like that, you know? But yeah, nice wine. Can do that as well. Let's do a Stream Raiders battle here. Sit with me at a bar sometime. No matter what we're drinking, you'll experience the don't feel it till you stand up effect. That's true. That's true. Mark is probably one of the most fun people to have drinks with that I've ever encountered. I would strongly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. All right, so for this boss battle, this guy right here, this eye, has to die first because it heals the boss. This is the boss here, the mastermind. But this thing heals him constantly. So we need to take this thing down. And these guys will hatch out of their tubes after only 9 seconds. So dropping our units here where they'll destroy these test tubes and then lay into the super eye is the way to go, in my opinion. That's the strategy that I'm recommending for our units. With normal tequila and bourbon, I feel it. With Patron or vodka, I can't tell I'm tipsy until I start walking, so I don't care for it. So I think what you've just described is normal. Most tequilas have a very strong bite to them. They taste strongly of alcohol. Bourbons, very smoky, very flavorful alcohols, so you end up sipping them. Vodka or smoother tequilas go down easy, so it sounds like you're just drinking them faster. So more neutral spirits, you end up drinking a lot quicker, and so you end up, you know, you can't really tell you're tipsy. So yeah, if you want a sort of slower buzz, you just have to drink your hard alcohol a little bit slower. So you're going to find that, yeah, things that have more flavor to them, you'll end up sipping. And so it's kind of a win-win because they're flavorful and you get to sort of experience their flavor and enjoy it. And after a while, start to really get into the nuances of those flavors. And then you also sort of feel the buzz coming on, which is really nice. I think that's why wine is so nice. Wine is very flavorful. You may want to drink sort of more intense reds just for that reason, you know, ones that it's her discovering an ornament at Christmas. Yeah, reds that are a little bit heavier, that are kind of harder to drink, you have to drink them a little slower, will give you that same kind of experience probably. Yeah, she is a little cutie pie, absolutely. Yeah, Sonnet went and made some nice little magnets that have our daughter in them as well.
They're kind of hard to pull off because they're actually, believe it or not, like, you'll see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, see what I mean? It's kind of hard to pull off, yeah. They're frames for pictures to be magnets.
Yeah. Like this one.
That's the guitar he was talking about. That's her when she was a bit younger.
I mean, look at that little rock star. She's playing with her little guitar. That's a guitar that plays a bunch of different songs.
Yeah.
When's the giveaway over? Well, I figure I'll give people a chance to enter. I keep forgetting to kind of pimp the giveaway, so I imagine there's not very many people in it right now.
Hey Mark, do you want me to post a playlist of what my daughter's currently listening to?
So at the moment, there are 2 people in the giveaway. I plan to have a first and a second place, and there are 2 people in it. I still can't believe I have my speakers hooked up the wrong way this entire time. Need a new YouTube meme playlist. I exhausted the last one you posted. You know what? I'm going to try and find some spare time to spend a chunk of time just posting all of the classics that like
the ones that
like Zoomers
old
might not know, you know, like, yeah, ones like from the start of the internet, like the end of the world, the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny, you know, all the way through, just all the best memes.
Here's the Earth. That is one chilling Earth. So assuming we don't know.
Can't wait for my new shoutout. Yeah, it's a good one.
My weapon's at risk. What does that mean?
You went through instant regret.
Why is my weapon at risk, sweetie?
Oh, it means it's gonna break soon.
What? But it's my broadsword. I'm a woman. I need to use my broadsword. It's a rule. How do I fix my sword?
When I hit the end of that list, I felt an empty hole. There are videos. 1 billion in that playlist? What?
3,000 apparently.
3,000 videos in what playlist?
He had posted a memes playlist.
So you posted a playlist with 3,000 memes and Mark watched all of them?
And then felt empty
Wow.
inside.
I feel like both of you are crazy. Which honestly makes me happy that I've surrounded myself with such crazy people.
Oh my god, what the hell? These cunts.
Yeah.
It's because my weapon
tough.
broke?
No, it's because stamina, I think. Oh, maybe your weapon is broken. Maybe I should check. Yeah, we head into that tower, pop a healing potion. So you can tell based on...
How do I fix
Oh,
it?
it's still got 58 durability. You're fine. It's not broken.
Okay, how do I fix it?
You have to interact with a smith.
So you didn't find a smith. I'm guessing I'll find one after I kill this thingy, this Taurus demon. Oh my god, just... F. The squidgy noise that the sword makes is honestly kind of creepy.
Why is it doing fucking no damage?
Right?
Maybe... It's not broken yet. That's so weird.
It says -17 on the next to its damage.
I guess once it's nearing destruction, it just starts falling apart. Alright, well there's your next best weapon, but it has a different attack animation and like wind up and stuff, so it might take a minute to get used to.
I don't like it already.
My select did the weird deselect and reselect thing. I have literally no idea what you're talking about, Relinquished, nor the context in which you are saying that.
I think I got it.
Wyra, triggering battle royales. Nice. Oh, and Nick Man and Emma the Kitty are having a little 1v1 here.
You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. You're dead and I whisper.
Nice. The battle royale has been resolved. Ness has won. Ness, in this case, representing Nikwan Datasai. Well done for winning the battle royale.
Oh my god, he's still alive? Die!
The nice thing about the mace you have is it does the exact same damage as the broadsword, plus it has an effect called bleed. So if you hit the same enemy 3 or 4 times in a row, it triggers the status effect, which basically does just a single huge chunk of damage.
So will that work on the boss?
Yeah, if you hit them enough. Some enemies are immune to bleed. Some bosses are. I have no idea whether the Taurus demon is immune to it or not.
Okay.
When you copy the amount of videos, my cursor deselected and dragged onto videos 1 billion, and I copied that on accident. I see. The numbers.
Well done, Wyra.
Hey, Wyra, nicely done. Getting that jump.
Do I have? No, I don't have souls.
The interesting thing is, so I don't know if Wyra, if you've ever interacted with just the extension that's like down in one of the panels below the stream. It's also, you can just ! avatars or ! avatar and like open it up in another tab or another window or whatever. But that has like a tab where you can choose different actions for your avatar to take, and you can like play with them and do different things. But it also lets you like spam jump, like, because one of the buttons lets you jump, and so you can like really spam it. So when I hang out in streams that have stream avatars and I'm like decided I'm gonna jump for the meteor or whatever, I generally use that extension to just like click the jump button over and over. I'm too lazy. Too lazy to type ! and then a word. That's understandable.
That's fair. Okay, we're gonna line up properly this time. Oh my god, how did I miss him?
You did a little bit of damage. You landed and then hit him.
Oh my god, I rolled into it?
Yeah. So, unfortunately at the moment, your weapon weighs 1 more pound than your previous one.
Okay.
And so it actually pushes you into that fat roll animation again.
Okay.
So you probably got used to using the lighter roll, and then
Okay.
it kind of cost you when you had a fatter roll.
Okay.
So why don't we give you slightly lighter armor. Okay. Yeah, what I'm doing at the moment is,
Our child literally woke up 6 times last night. I counted it. So between the hours of 11 and 6 a.m., she woke up 6 times. Woo!
don't do it often enough to worry about spamming it. Yeah, that's understandable. But having a little extension open also lets you do things like use the dance button. Oh, be sure to close that menu.
What is happening? How do I
B
fix
button.
this?
There you go. Now you can fight again.
God. If that had killed me, I would have been so mad at you.
So when you press start, you have that little thing open in the corner. So if you have
Okay.
that open, you can't attack, you can't do anything, so you have to close it.
Well, I didn't put it open though.
No, I had your inventory open, but then when you closed out of it, you didn't.
Why did I? Well,
There's like 2
why
menus to
didn't
close.
you close that out then? Before I went and triggered an enemy.
Because I just wanted to see you suffer.
That makes sense to me.
Must have been night terrors. I have this one reoccurring dream where it's the first day of school and the building is made entirely of glass. And then after climbing a lot of stairs, I enter the classroom at the top floor. And this room is very crowded, but I somehow fit in the room.
I'm gonna just die. Die, sorry. Alright.
The. You could probably afford to heal again.
See, that
See,
was
it's
too
still
much.
not full. No, you still have a little bit left at the top. Then during the class, the professor breaks the wall that's made of glass and jumps out. It's a very odd dream.
You're the
That is very
suicide
odd.
professor, that's weird, yeah.
So it sounds to me that you are having an anxiety dream, but also you wish to have your professor dead. And the cringe dream I ever had was where my teeth basically fall apart into gravel in my mouth. I don't get it anymore.
Ooh, apparently the teeth one is like a thing. There's a specific theory behind that one.
Yeah, I think it's just a sign of anxiety.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I've never had it.
Yeah, having your teeth fall out or fall apart, things like that. That's That's like a trope for people who study that stuff. It is a very, very common thing, yeah. Poor Anne, not Anne. She's an okay prof. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, it turns out I'm actually unqualified to diagnose what your dreams mean.
It turns out everyone's brain is different, and what dreams mean is more or less guesswork to start with anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's just pattern recognition.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Macroeconomics. Ugh, macroeconomics is the worst. Because it's like so theoretical. Oh my god, why are those fuckers both winding up at the exact same time like that? Why were they in tandem?
Yeah, it kind of sucks to get gang beat by them. I agree.
Alright, I'm done. It's
You're done?
10:30. Yeah.
Dunsky?
Yeah.
Not feeling it?
Yeah.
Alright. Should we finish the stream?
I mean, whatever works best for you.
These recurring life experiences where the spaghetti falls out of my pocket. I bet that's close to the recurring teeth dreams. Yeah, that's a thing. I find one of the big tricks is if you simply don't load too much spaghetti into your pocket. Obviously, still have spaghetti in your pocket, but just don't put too much in. And that's the way to go. Oh shit. Dorian Gray rolling in with a big ass raid. Bam, bam, bam. You're rocking some Modern Warfare. Nice. That's been a pretty popular one lately. Dorian Gray raiding a second time in a row, somehow with 2 more people than before. That is incredibly impressive. I have never seen that one before. I literally don't know how you did that, my dude. So, my wife was just doing a co-op stream with me, but I think she got tired of hours of dying in the same areas because she isn't a seasoned Dark Souls masochist like some of us. So we're gonna go ahead and wind that down. I'm also going to re-flip my webcam. There we go, just to blow everyone's minds. Magic, yeah, very much so. How you doing, Dorian, man? How the stream's been? Yeah, Dorian is a really cool dude. He is someone who is from Sky's community initially. That's how I know him, at least, is from Sky's community. And when I was real early on in my streams, in the first month or 2 of streaming, and I was doing some co-op streams with Sky, I mentioned offhand that I was like 5 or I think 10 gift subs away from being a affiliate. No, subs are for emotes. That's what they were. Oh my god, sorry, I'm a little drunk. So I was a certain amount of subs away from having my 5th emote, and he just gifted a huge handful of subs to my channel, like when I wasn't even online. He's a very supportive dude. I would strongly recommend giving him a follow. He's an awesome guy. Thank you so much, dude, for that grats on the 800. Yeah, go throw Dorian a follow. He's a funny dude. He's worth a follow. So I have this dream where I'm in a house, but like all the rooms are a labyrinth and you can't escape. That sounds like an anxiety dream. Usually I just wake myself up during that one. Thank God the camera's back to normal. Died in Warzone, but got some good content. Nice. Yeah, dying is the main thing that one does in most multiplayer games. If you're gonna have more than 2 players in any one game or 2 teams, then you're gonna lose more often than you win. That's the problem. Yay, Sonnet went followed Dorian. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dorian's a super supportive dude. Super nice guy. I never die in Dark Souls. So as someone who's watched you play some Souls, I'm going to go ahead and refute that claim. How can you read Relinquished's typos better than my typos? To be fair, Relinquished has been here a little bit longer. Here, let's see here real quick. We've got Relinquished has been part of this stream for 10 months, 5 days, 23 hours. And Wyra for 6 months, 6 days, 7 hours. So there you go. That's why.
4 months you'll be as good.
Give it another 4 months and I will understand every single typo that you type. Guaranteed. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway. So exclamation mark giveaway if you want an adorable little rock emote magnet or some stickers. They look a little like that. That's not necessarily to scale. See how it's actually larger than most of my torso? That isn't to scale. That's a trick of perspective. But that is something that you could win. Don't you know the Mercy quote? I have no idea what you're talking about. They have little dude bits. Don't know what you're talking about either. 16 days, 3 hours watching me, eh? Mark has been following for 8 months, 25 days, so I understand most of his typos. But also notice some of my typography. You should do big cam scene for that to show off again. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad idea. And you guys get to see the fact that I haven't shaved. I'm actually seeing how long I can go without shaving. I'm growing some hair in this region, which hasn't really happened before. My cheeks apparently grow hair, so that's fun. So that is, all of this can be yours. Yeah, that's the sticker. It's pretty adorable. It's also the magnet. I mean, technically the magnet isn't. So this magnet here on my fridge, all of the magnets on my fridge they're really good. They're hard to get off. Like I can't. Fucking hell. They're really good magnets. I can't get them off the fridge. They're surprisingly high quality. If you want to hold some shit to your fridge, I would strongly recommend one of these. They got the magnety background. I have noticed it's hard to take them off. It's crazy how well they stick. It's really crazy. Well, you got to throw them correctly if you want them to stick. But they will stick if you just toss them at the fridge. Generally. Oh, that angle triggered me. Too OCD for this. Heroes never die. Oh, I do know that one. I rarely use apostrophes. Shame. Mark has spent 17 days, 13 hours watching. Longer than Relinquished, who has been following for 2 more months. Putting everyone to shame. Getting to the top of all the leaderboards. Aw, and Dorian thanking Sonnet for the furler. The furler. Furler. In German, she sometimes says, hidden sterben nicht. Yeah, that sounds right. Such a happy rock. It is a happy, happy rock. I love it. Exclamation mark artist. If you want emotes of similar quality and adorableness, type exclamation mark artist, and you can commission your own for honestly way cheaper than they're worth. Like, I think Umi really does undersell herself. I always thought she said Heldens Staub nicht, and it really confused me.
Staub would be like dust. Don't.
Nearly 4 days. Getting there, Wyra. I mean, I only stream about 5 hours at a time, so that's pretty legit. It's because I have class half the time you stream and had to dip out for the last hour. Back when you used to stream the DGen. Pardon me. The DGen hours. I know, I've been trying to move away from the DGen hours. And there's just, there's so many reasons too. I mean, being a better dad and also, like, accessibility. I think they're both pretty legitimate reasons. Oh, free cow. 6 a.m. wake ups. Yeah. She likes to make sure he's awake. Oh my god. Yeah, at 6 a.m. For a little while I was sleeping on the couch because at 6 in the morning, after streaming until 2 or 3 a.m., I would have little tiny feet just kicking me in the back, or, you know, this, or one of her new favorite things is I've been trying to tell her the names for different things, right? Just kind of like playing with her, but also in an informative way. So I'll be like, you know, I'll touch her nose and I'll be like, nose, 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 nose. Those are noses. And she'll do this. She'll kind of gear up with her finger and then just jam it straight up into my nostril, like, and try and touch my brain, like in one smooth motion, just with all the follow through possible. No care about self-preservation or damage to others. She'll just try and move her hand through my skull with her finger directly striking the back of my nostril, and it's it'll make my eyes water for 10 minutes. It's really crazy what happens when you have a baby. The things that they do, the things I think are acceptable. It's amazing. Yeah, babies are truly magical. All that said, I would recommend it. It's pretty great. It's a lot of fun. I got hiccups from laughing at that. Nice. Oh yeah, she got sonnet in the eye real good. Just yeah. Except without that sound, that's fucked. So I'm thinking it's been a very successful streamaroo. We've only had 2 people enter the giveaway, so I guess I'll just do a giveaway. I'll just give you guys the stuff. So we're gonna close the giveaway now. If anybody else wants to enter, if anybody wants the chance for magnets and shit, this is the command for the giveaway. Read those words, do those things, you can enter. Otherwise, I'm gonna close it up. I'm gonna finish up the giveaway. We're gonna give away the giveaway stuff. Shit was also on offer. Oh yeah. Turns out you can ship almost anything these days. It's nuts. Yeah. So, y'all ready for this? Quick plug for Anvil, metal band from the same kind of era as, you know, Metallica and the Scorpions and stuff. There we go. Dorian Gray has entered the giveaway. He now has the chance to win an incredibly adorable little Rockamote magnet or some stickers. That's roughly what you're looking at. Again, that is not to scale. See how it's larger than my head? See, that's just a trick. That's a trick of perspective. That is not... That is... objects in webcam may seem larger than they... may appear larger than they... No. May seem larger than they appear is the wording on the mirror, but... Yeah, okay. No, it makes grammatical sense. I'm just I've been drinking. So let's go ahead and close the giveaway, and we'll pick a winner. So first place is Hey It's Pearl has won the giveaway, and second place is Dorian Gray. So Hey It's Pearl has won a fridge magnet, and Dorian Gray a couple of stickers, unless you guys say otherwise. I am just going to post real quick. Rip me. Well, to be fair, you already got a fridge magnet. I'm just gonna post in my Discord. I just have to learn to spell. So PM me your addresses if you would like your prizes. There we go. I just posted it in my Discord. A little reminder. Yeah, well done, y'all. I paid for it. Well, you're not wrong, Wyra. I apologize. I can send you the song Cal currently loves. Oh, God. So, thank you again, everyone, for all the support. I mean, 800 follows, like, that's fucking nuts. That's really honestly crazy. We've been streaming for less than 1 year. We're still a week and a half away from 11 months of streaming. So, yeah, I just, a huge thank you for all the support from everybody. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to be back on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're going back to Persona 5. We're going to do some more of that super fun JRPG. It's got probably the best music of any RPG I've played. Like, I have a lot of nostalgia for like Super Nintendo. Like, good chip tunes are super good, super catchy, can be really interesting. But my God, Persona 5 has like super jazzy, funky fucking beats. I really do enjoy it. Happy to hang around. I appreciate that, Wyra. So I will see you guys on Thursday, hopefully. I'm going to throw a raid down now for, let's throw one at Emmett. He is doing, I was playing some Earthbound speedruns just earlier. Emmett speedruns Super Metroid, which is an incredibly iconic game. So we'll throw a raid his way. We'll do one more Stream Raiders battle. And I will catch you guys soon. Yeah, I got a few more drinks in me than I expected, so I apologize if I'm constantly repeating myself and slurring a little. I know that I'm doing both of those things. I'm conscious of it. I just can't fix it. Yeah, the raid message. Oh man, if only I had a raid message for everyone to use. Here's one for the non-subs. So you can copy and paste that. The /me is my favorite part because then you end up with this super colorful raid message. I really dig that. And I will catch you guys sometime soon. So go say hi to Emmett for me. Make sure he knows that he is loved, that we are sending some good vibes his way. And I will see you guys sometime soon. Have an awesome night, everybody. I'll send your swag out as soon as I get your addresses. And yeah, I've got 3 things to send out now. So yeah, I'll get on that soon. Bye. Have an awesome night, everybody. And be sure to stay hydrated.